Welcome, welcome, everybody. Hello, hello. So glad to be here. And thank you guys all for being here and sharing your lovely, lovely love and all your beautiful energy. I'm excited to see what messages come for us this evening. Before we start, I do want to send love out to the world and to all our loved ones. Seems in my life, I was talking to a friend of mine. Like, all my sisters and all my friends, they have chosen the master's class this lifetime, right? Feels like we're like, oh yeah, just throw it all in there, right? But let's go ahead and send love out. And if you want to join with me, I definitely appreciate it. I'm just going to take a deep breath and come back to right here. Come back to this moment. Just allow that unconditional love to flow down into our hearts, fill it up, and overflow out to the world. And whether you're watching this on replay or live energy, this love energy knows no time, no space. And so we meet all together outside of time and space and send love and give love to the world. And if any of you need any love right now, for your mind, your heart, your body, your spirit, I send it to you now. Just take it in like a giant hug from spirit. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Many, many blessings to you. Thank you for joining me with that powerful energy this evening. So let me just pop out the chat here and we will get started on your readings here in a quick moment. All right. All right. So we will jump in. Thank you, Intuitive Enlightenment, for being here and being a moderator, a dear friend of mine that I've known for lifetimes. And thank you for sharing as well. All right. So let's get in and see what is going on. So Wave Killer, you are the first up, and then Rishi, you will be next. And so will Josh and Aquarius. Oh, these Aquarians. Will you and Josh date in the future and have a long, healthy relationship? Is he the one? Let's take a look here. I'm going to use these beautiful Spirit Song Tarot, and we will see what they have for you. So, Wave Killer, Josh. Can you clarify that for me? Thank you. Excuse me. All right, I just need one more card. So is this Josh or someone else? Okay. Okay. I don't see Josh being the one. But it's okay because these cards are great because you have the world card here, which is about endings of significant cycles and beginnings of new ones. So I feel like when we're talking, because we're asking spirit about Josh, they're like, no, you're having a cycle that's ending and beginning, because you also have the three of acorns, which would be the three of wands. And the three of wands is about taking a new direction, that something's coming that's giving you more information that's going to have you go off in a different path than you thought that you were going to be going on. And it does have to do with love, because you have the ace of shells, which would be the ace of cups, which is about new love, new things coming in. And I don't feel like this is Josh, because I was like, I'm like, is this Josh, or it feels like this is someone else? So I was like, you need to give me some more cards. And they gave me the four of acorns, which is the four of wands, which is a wedding, a celebration, um, stable type of energy, along with the king of crystals, which would be the king of pentacles in the standard tarot. The king of pentacles is about abundance, about this outflow, about these, things that happen in the outside world. And so they also gave me the four of feathers, which would be the um, four of swords in the standard tarot, which is peace of mind. And there's all this stability, all this other stuff. And I feel like that with whatever the cycle that's going to be ending here for you soon, with this kind of change of direction that you do, it brings in this new love. It brings in this stable energy, stable mind, a wonderful in this abundance. And so it feels like all that happens. And then this beautiful love is part of all that. So I don't feel like that is um Josh, because they also had me look at the bottom of the deck, which is the Queen of Pentacles, which is about new birth, new things coming, and passion and sensuality and this thing. So I don't feel like they're the one. They're like, just know that there's going to be this change suddenly, like it would be like if you were walking toward one another and all of a sudden it goes and you're going off in this other direction that is totally, you know successful and wonderful and stable and great. So but I don't feel Josh is going to be the one that you have a long healthy relationship with. He's not the one that's going to be for your highest experience, that you'll be with as your last relationship. Um, this will be something different, but it's not what you are talking about here. Let me see. Will you and Josh date? I don't know if you'll date now. You're like, why would I want to date him if he's not the one? Which is a good question, right? Yeah, because you got the page of crystals, which would be the page of pentacles, which is new opportunities. So I don't feel like, again, when I asked, are you guys going to date? No, new opportunities. So that's what they have for you, wave killers. So many blessings to you. All right, Rishi. Hello, hello. Nice to see you too. We can definitely take a look here and see Oshanta. Welcome, welcome. You will be up next. So, how some advice on how to get over your ex who cheated on you? Okay, you know, I think a lot of us could write a book on that one, right? So let me see. What do you have for Rishi, please? All right, all right. Okay, okay. So you got the two of crystals, which is the two of pentacles, and this is about balancing and flowing with the experience. It's important for you to look at it and understand what it is um, that you need to get over, right? It's like, what is it that really hurts you? What is the fear that's at the root. The six of feathers is the six of swords, which is movement of old thoughts and beliefs that are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional love to the uh, thoughts and beliefs that are rooted in unconditional love and that pure higher love that we have within us. You do have the willpower to do it. You're the magician card here, which shows you that you have everything you need within you to overcome this and move through this and transition through it. And basically, the the message for the six of feathers for you is to understand, what is it that I feared? What really, our heart doesn't break. That's one of the wonderful things we come here to pretend is, oh, my heart is broken. But our heart, our true heart, is so powerful, it can never break. It's eternal. It's, solid. It's the size of a universe. But we come here to feel like, what would it feel like to get betrayed and to be embarrassed and all the emotions that come along with, when someone doesn't live up to their commitment, to one another. And when get into the fears and understand them, it all comes down to keep on looking and getting to the very, very root. We understand that what we um, fear when we're cheated on is, it means that we're not good enough. It means that we're rejectable, that we weren't something for someone. But when we, and I know, let's see, number one, number three, number four. So I had three. And so, I can, if everyone raise your hand who has been cheated on. Everyone's like, oh yeah, it's what happens, the human adventure. It's like, I think it's one of the biggest rides that we ride here on the planet, that people come to experience. Even though we're down here, we're like, why would I want to feel that? And we're like, well, it's a different emotion than we have up there. But when we look at the core of what it means, we realize it wasn't about us. The when someone is not faithful, it's not about us, it's about them, and they are looking for their fulfillment on the outside, just like we are in those types of relationships. And they're not happy on the inside, and we're not happy on the inside. But they think it's us that's not making them happy, and we also probably think it's them that's not making us happy. And then so they think, well, someone else will make me happy, and then they don't, and they go, it must be them, this one is not making me happy. Okay, well, maybe this one's not making me happy. And then after like 10 people that they end up jumping from relationship cheating on, each one as they go, um they're like, wait a minute, there's a common denominator in all of those, me. And so we eventually learn that these are mirrors for us, and every individual that we get into a relationship with, of any kind, but romantic ones are the ones that cut the deepest and are such the ones I feel usually teach us the most, right? And but it sends you in here to, because we look into that mirror, and I always look at all of my relationships, those three, especially, but all of them taught me that they were showing me how I felt about myself until I saw it. And so what I would um, recommend um, is look into um, what you were learning about yourself through it. Don't focus on what they did and this is what it means and da 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 da. Just look at, what was I feeling and where were my fears? Because that is the mirror that we keep seeing, obviously, with me. Enough times where I was like, oh, I get it now. And some things that help me, and this is for everyone, is The Path to Love by Deepak Chopra. Really, really wonderful book. That was like the first one that really just blew my mind open. And then there is Byron Katie. She's a wonderful, wonderful lady. She has a process called The Work, and it's thework.com is her free website. And she offers a free Judge Your Neighbor worksheet, which is transformational. You can also check out her videos on YouTube. Just beautiful, beautiful soul. If you hear her story, it's just amazing. And so those are like two areas that Spirit are saying that maybe you could look at those, and those can help you transform. And you realize because as long as I felt like they did something to me, it was very hard for me to forgive that. But when I realized, oh, you guys did this for me, that you were these beings before we came down here. And I said, I really need to learn this lesson and I need you to keep, telling me till I see it. And they're like, are you sure? Like, yeah. And they're like, sign here and initial there and also initial there because this is going to be a ride. And I'm like, I know, but I want it because I want to learn. And then we were like, okay, there we go. So that's what they have for you right now, Rishi. So hopefully that makes sense and it resonates. So many blessings to you. All right, Seo Shanta, you are up next. And Kritika, hello, hello. You will be up next after that. So, Seo Shanta, you'd like a general for the next 7 days. And I kind of want to pull here a Power of Surrender card for you. So let's see what they have. Hope everyone had a wonderful day or night's sleep wherever you're at in the world. Energy just feels very different today. I don't know why. Oh, I guess I could show you it too. And it says, surrender your need to always be right. Give others the gift of letting them be right. Wow. Be yielding, not rigid. This will help resolve conflicts and improve your relationships. I love that, especially here in the United States, we just had elections and they're still filtering out and everything. And it's always a time where people get clashing and, all this stuff. And it's like, no, I'm right. No, you're right. And it's like, I love that gift of letting someone else be right. It's just going, no, we have all those things going, but I want to tell them what the right thing is or my opinion. And, they're just like, this is for the next 7 days, be a loving listener and supporter of what people, and if it's something you don't agree with, you can even say, well, that's very interesting. Huh, thank you for that. And it doesn't mean that you will take it on. It doesn't mean that you're supporting them. You're just saying that it was interesting because it's interesting that it's different from yours. And then look at your the differences between your opinions and go, why do I feel the way I do? Use it as a reflective tool for you, not something for them. So I really like that. It's going to be, I feel, very transformative for you during that time because wow, right? Right, and that's what they have for you, Siyo Shanta. So many blessings for you. All right, Kritika, you are up, and then Anjushri, you will be up after that. And you want to know, why are you seeing angel number 111, 1212, 333, etc., and what are they trying to tell you? Get you some angel guidance. All right. Well, we're going to pull a card here from the Path of the Soul cards for you. They're the Destiny cards. And we'll see what. Obviously, they're trying to get your attention. Whenever we see all this stuff around, I'm like, okay, what are you trying to tell me? Is this a warning? What are you doing? Often what I'll do too is I will go into your favorite search engine, whatever it may be, like Google's on mine. So I just Google angel number 1111. And then, of course, you're going to get millions of hits. But whatever you're drawn to, choose that one because they're drawing you to it. And therein will be a message. So as you get those in the moment, do it. Go Google it or search for it and see what pops up for you. All right. But what do you want them to know right now? What would you like to go? Okay. Now, these are fractal images. So I call them the spiritual inkblot test. So whatever you see in here is a special message for you. And then I will read their intuitive interpretation of the card. So it's card number 43. Open right up to it. Universal connection. The guidance you are now receiving is truly universal. Capital U, universal. Take time daily to connect with your guides and angels. Hilarious. They wish to connect with you as much as you wish to connect with them. They are working very closely with you, and you're being encouraged to journal at this time. This is a great story you are writing. It is your personal story, and it is unique to you and only you. Write poetry to express the emotions that you are feeling. Write down your dreams and synchronistic events that occur, like angel numbers. This card calls for putting your connection and experience with spirit into writing. Woohoo! I like it. So, yeah, that's what they're doing. All these synchronistic things. They're like, journal it, journal all this stuff. Get a little. If you don't journal already, go on a little journey and find a special journal and just start writing of your spiritual experiences and sharing your emotions with through poetry and different things. Um, so they do want to connect with you. That's them going, "Hey, we're here. Remember, we're here. Hey, we're here. You're never alone." So definitely, they want you to put all in writing. They want you to journal. They want you to get it out of your head and onto paper. So I love it. So enjoy that, Kritika. That's what they have for you. All right. And Jushri, you are up. And then Queen Bee, you will be up next. So what is going to happen the rest of November for you? Let's see here. Um, Actually, I'm going to go to this Angel Guide Oracle. Let's see what they have for you. All right. I said this word like 5 times already. Transformation. Dun dun dun. I love it. Let's see what comes in here. Obviously, transformation, but a little more specifics. It says you are ready to move beyond energies or situations that are no longer helpful to you and to make space in your life for something more purposeful. You may feel a real need for clearing out at this time, not just physically, but mentally and spiritually too. As you remove the clutter and debris from your world, you welcome in the energy of transformation. Like a butterfly emerging from its cocoon, you are ready to move beyond the previous limitations of your life. Wow. You are moving away from your stagnancy or the feeling of being held back and are taking the heavy energies of your life and making them light so that you can fully embrace who you were born to be. Boom. The extended message says when this card appears, angels are acknowledging the emotional and physical transformations that have taken place in your life. They can see you more clearly now that you have released the old and fusty thoughts and situations. There is a feeling of renewal now, and you're moving into a space where you're more comfortable than ever with who you are. You have a spark of splendor burning in the depths of your being, and this spark is creating positive and loving experiences for you now. It's time to enjoy the benefits of your commitment to your growth. And I love that. I agree. I know I can feel that you have been really working on all this stuff, really doing your shadow work and facing things both voluntarily and involuntarily, but you've been making it through and recovering nicely from it all and moving forward. And I love this for you. So definitely, I feel like you're going to be seeing the results of the transformation. You know, like the caterpillar when they're all caterpillar juice inside the cocoon. It feels ugly, bleh, but you've been forming into the butterfly, and that struggle you've been having is you getting ready to bust out of the cocoon. And I feel it's this month that you just move beyond the struggle, and then your beautiful wings unfold, and then you flutter and you get to see things from different perspectives, from higher perspectives, and go places that you've never gone before. So I like it. So that's what they have for you, Anjushri. Many blessings. All right, Queen B, you are up next. And then Benita Bala, you'll be up. So, is there reconciliation between me and TJ? Not me, but you and TJ. Let's take a look here. I'm going to use the Archangel Power Tarot. So, anything with this TJ? Um, sorry. These cards are pretty cool. I really like them. So the Three of Michael is the Three of Swords, which is normally the expectations equal disappointment heartache card. It says, release the past. You will grow from this situation. Time heals all wounds. So that right off the bat is telling me no. But let's they gave you two other cards too, because they don't like to just to go, no. Because what kind of readings would that would be? People just asking me, will we? No. Next. I feel giddy. I don't know what's happening suddenly. But you got the moon card here coming in. And this one says on the bottom, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears and grow stronger. So, yeah, that moon energy definitely cycles, things end, things begin. But this ends and something else begins. The relationship doesn't circle back around. I really feel like they're saying leave that in the past and move forward. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about movement and slow movement, but in the outside world. And it says, there is so much to accomplish. Make a very detailed plan, and you're being watched over by someone kind, like an angel. But I feel like you trust your gut, trust your intuition on where you're headed, where you're going, knowing that the cycle is ending, and that TJ was moved out of your life for a reason to open up your path to move forward to where you're going because you do. Yeah, there is so much to accomplish going forward, and they are saying leave the past in the past. Time heals wounds and move forward because you do have so much more for this life than um, TJ. So that's what they have for you, Queen Bee. So hang in there. I know, those loves, they always have a little room that we rent out to them in our heart, right? But it doesn't mean we have to give them the master suite. They can have the little budget rooms. So hang in there. Much love to you. Many blessings. All right, Benita, you are up. And then Pooja Gupta, you'll be up after that. So, Benita, how may you know what Gurpreet's true feelings are towards you? Okay, well, let's take a look here and see what Spirit wants you to know around Gurpreet's feelings. Okay. All righty. What else? I don't know what is going on. Maybe it's all of our combined energy and all of you guys. I almost feel giddy. I mean, you ever have a joy where you're like, my eyes are watering? I just feel this. If I suddenly disappear, it's been nice knowing everybody. Maybe it's the aliens finally coming to take me back home. All right, back to seriousness. Benita, you have the High Priestess card here, which this is about you stepping back into your high temple and you connecting higher and going behind the veil and deeper and going in those directions because you also have the Hermit card, which is all Epiphany, which is all about drawing in and going down in inward and upward and inward into your heart and these searches. So um, they're very much here this and these are major arcana. They're like it's time for you to spend time with you and understand you. They're like, but I'm like, what about Gurpreet? They're like, no, you to pull back and really look into your heart because I f- they let me just we'll show you the other card, the Four of Michael, which would be the Four of Swords, which is about peace of mind and insights that come from quiet meditation. What? The need for more sleep or time off and seeking relief from stress. So they're saying you're stressing too much. You need to step back, look into your soul, meditation, reflection. The Four of Swords is also about looking at the expectations that you have around yourself and relationships, because this is this internal thing that they're pointing you back into your own heart. They're just like, don't go there. Don't go there with Gurpreet. They're like, turn in here. You don't want to go forward in anything else outside right now because you will not be at the vibration of to match what you want in your heart because your heart's not in that place. And then what I mean by that is that if your self love and your self respect and how you feel about yourself, if you have a small self love, that it's all dependent upon people on the outside, you're only going to be able to receive that much love from people and give that much love to people. And they're wanting you to really look into your heart. You have a lot of expectations of what everyone has told you in life, right? Of who you're supposed to be with, how it's supposed to be, how you're supposed to be, how everything is supposed to be, should be, need to be, have to be, must be, right? And that's why they're saying back away from all the stress. Excuse me. Step back. Don't speak. Step back. Seal yourself off from all that stuff and spend some really special quiet time with yourself and doing the inner reflection. Because they're like, nope. I mean, three cards all say the same thing about you spending time with you and connecting deep within yourself. So that's what they have for you right now. I know I'm just the messenger. I'm not the creator of the message. If you have trouble with that, just take it up with management. But hang in there, Benita. You're going to find what you're going to love the experience. Just trust their advice. They've never done me wrong. So um, try that out and see what amazing insights you see. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings. All right. Pooja Gupta, you are up. And then Hershey, you will be up next. There we are. Hello, hello, Pooja. Let's see. Will you and Naman have a chance to reconcile and remove the differences between you? Well, let's take a look here. So what would you like? Okay. Right. Let's see what these are. All right. Well, let's take a look. So you have the Queen of Wands first, which this calls it the Queen of Gabriel. It's a very fiery energy. Um, and it says, let me see what they say on these cards. You can do anything right now. Go after what you want. You have the ability to attract helpful people because this would be you, passionate, charming, brilliant, independent. You could do anything. Do you really want that? Let's take a look. And then you have the Four of Pentacles, the Four of Ariel here. And that says, when you give, you also receive, being resistant to change and extremes in how you save or spend money. But I feel like it's being resistant to change is what's coming in here. I feel like they're saying, is that really what you want? Because you could have anything. So, really what you want. And so they're saying you're resistant to change. So be aware of that as we unfold these other three cards. So you have the Six of Michael, which is the Six of Swords, which is moving from old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking, and it is movement. It says it's the light at the end of the tunnel. Breathe a sigh of relief and make new plans. Relocation or travel as well. So movement from what you're wanting there, and I feel like they're just nudging you, saying you have better things coming for you, and so uh, don't invest energy in reconciling. Use your energy to move forward and have adventure. Because oh, that makes sense. Okay. Because you have 2 aces, which are all newness, right? So the ace of Raphael is the ace of cups, which would be new love, and the ace of Michael is swords, in the regular tarot, which is about communication and new thoughts and new beliefs and new ways of looking at things. Let's see what these say too. Yeah, a positive new emotional experience, fulfilling romantic relationships, deep and lasting spiritual insights too. This is moving on away from them. And then a wonderful new idea pops into your head, and don't allow bumps in the road to hinder your progress. Clear up communication problems with others. But I feel that's not so much the uh, subject they wanted to focus on, but the first about new ideas, new things. What are you going to do? Use that energy. You have so much beautiful energy, that you could go anywhere and do anything. And so they're like, don't limit yourself. Don't go backwards, move forwards, because there is something so much more exciting for you, that is more deserving of you. And so that's what they have for you. So I like it, Pooja. Many blessings. Right, Hershey, you are up, and then the Empress, Eve, will be up after that. So Hershey, is reconciliation possible for you in Sagittarius? Wow, all this reconciliation. There must have been a lot of breakups this year. And I'm not laughing at you guys. It just seems like, oh my gosh, right? It just like there must be have been like this huge ripple between relationships. Let's see what we have here. Got to. I think there's one more. There it is. All right. Yeah. So you have the 10 of Gabriel, which would be the 10 of Wands in the standard tarot. Um, a lot of energy invested in that relationship before, right? Done. 10 endings and new beginnings. Let's see. Yeah. I don't like what they say on the bottom of this one, but because it doesn't resonate. But the 10 of Wands, it's like, yeah, all that energy that you invested. Oh, and it was like pouring energy into a black hole. It just was disappearing. Nothing was coming back. It was going nowhere, right? And the Six of Michael, which is the Six of Swords, which we just talked about, is movement of old thoughts to new thoughts, movement from rough waters to calmer waters. And so there is this movement again from old to new. And then you have the Page of Ariel, which would be the Page of Pentacles, that is about new opportunities coming in the outside world for you. So I like this. It seems like the message right now for a lot of reconciliation, though I have had some that were about reconciliation, but it's a very small percentage that comes through. Um, for those, and these are all about moving forward because there's new opportunities, new things that are in much more alignment for you, for going forward. So that is what they have for you. Maybe I should start a website, like on my breadazen.com website, where people can post, hey, I'm not reconciling, anyone else available? And then all the people who aren't reconciling can start like a dating site. No. See what I'm saying? They're just so goofy right now. All right. But many blessings. You guys hang in there. I think it's because I went through so many relationships. you eventually go from "I'll never find love again," and then that's after the first one. The second one is "I'll never find love again," and then the third one, "I'll never find love again." Up to the fourth one, you're like, "God, I'm gonna find love again, am I?" And so, uh, I think I'm just seeing it from hindsight. I'm all, "Guys, come here. You like it up here. Come on." So hang in there. I am sending you a lot of love and many blessings. All right, the Empress, you are up. And then Jazz, you'll be up after that. So, is the Cancer motive behind pairing you with the Aries pure if she's using the Aries to make me jealous? Okay, let's take a look here. What would you like to know? Okay, okay. So, what's the Cancer's motive behind pairing you with the Aries? That's what we're going to focus in on here because that's what you really want to know. And you have the Two of Ariel, which is the Two of Pentacles. And I feel with this is them because you guys balance each other out. And so in pairing you, she felt that it would be a good balancing match. Even see the yin and the yang there, right? So I don't see any. Let me just continue here. Then you got card number 14, which I believe this is temperance. Temperance. Success that comes from objective compromise. Yeah, self-control and patience, forgiving and healing energy. So I feel like it's all about the balancing. See the alchemy of the two cups. It's like the tempering of things. This is like to balance things out. And so there's two balancing cards. So I feel like again that energy of they're like, no, you guys will balance each other's energy out and you'll work well together. Like you both bring something into this pairing, and they just thought it was, perfect. That it would really balance. It's like at work when there's someone that organizes really well, and there's someone that really has a lot of energy and gets tasks done. This one's a good planner and a starter, but not a good finisher. And this one's like a good finisher. So, like, here you go. And then boom, success, right? And that's what I feel with that because also there's the wheel of fortune here, which I feel like that's what they believe. It would turn things, it would get things moving, it would, bring success, it would move things forward. Um, and, it is endings and new beginnings. So it's like, it's like getting things done again. I don't know why that energy's there. And then you do have the Queen of Ariel. Let's see if I can get that in there. Maybe it'll okay, kinda. But the Queen of Ariel is the Queen of Pentacles, which is also new birth, new beginnings, just harvest, success. So I feel like, and I'll look at look at these cards too. Purple, pink, and purple, pink. And they just go so well together. Look. So this balancing, it's just so perfect how they all popped out in different from different places in the deck too. So um the motives are pure. It's about pairing people that she thought would really uh, be beneficial and be productive and really move things forward. And so I like it. So it's not about jealousy. It's about um, prudent planning. That's an interesting word, but that's what they have. It's prudent planning. Boom, boom, boom. So that's what they have for you, the Empress. So many blessings to you. All right, Jazz. Hello. All right, and hey, Jalen, you will be up next. All right. So you'd like a general for tomorrow, and yeah, they do want to stick with this. Okay, There we go. What else? So you have the Ace of Raphael, which would be the Ace of Cups in the Standard Tarot, which does represent new emotion, new, I don't know, maybe even new love. But we'll see what the other cards bring in here. But there's like this rise of emotion in a positive way. It's not like because it's not wands, it's not heated, wow, so it's wonderful emotion flowing up from within you. And you have the two of Michael, which would be the two of swords, which is also about maybe you've been having a lot of decision making coming up in all the readings, your general readings, and tomorrow is not free of those. You have decisions to make, and again, with especially with that rise of the emotions coming in, they're telling you to trust your intuition, trust your gut when decisions come. Don't go just off of mind. You can bring mind into it, but really let your gut take a really huge priority and have a lot of power in the say so, because it is important to do that. Because you have the Knight of Ariel too, which is the Knight of Pentacles, which it did talk about there's so much to accomplish, there's so much to get done, so much that you can go, but just allow knowing that things take time to make their way to the outside world, because the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving out of the four knights, but it's because it's the outside world. Everything moves so fast in here, but it takes time for the outside world to catch up to the inside world. So that's what they have for you for tomorrow is just trust your intuition, allow that patience to be in there, and trust that gut, trust that gut. All right. And yes, thank you so much, everyone, for who's given me a thumbs up on this video already. It helps so much in spreading the Zen love out to the world. And I appreciate you being a part of that because it does help. So thank you. All right. So, Jay you are up next. And hey, baby. And then Bhumika Ranjit Batra, you will be up after that. So, yes, I am. I do feel fantastic, right? What a day. Can you please tell me what's going on around you? Cray cray vibes. Well, if you tell me what's going on around me, tit for tat, Clarice, tit for tat. All right. So let's take a look here. Okay. Well, I like it. You've got the Eight of Cups here. And this is about leaving behind emotion that no longer serves you and moving on up a path. And so I really feel like it's a lot of this energy that's going on is I kind of feel like it's at a deep level, like maybe even a subconscious level, that things you've been doing on the outside world are refiling and refiltering. So if you've been doing some shadow work and looking at like, why did I feel that way? And you feel like you're resolving things. Well, sometimes when we resolve, especially if we resolve something from childhood, like when we were 7 and under, when our emotional child self had some emotions, if we deal something with that, it ripples out and it actually starts refiling things. And then all this is going on underneath it. And then before you realize it, you're just like, whoa, what happened? Something just changed. And I say that too, because you got the sun card, which is about shining bright light and things shining in and um, uh, victory. I wanted to say glory, but there is also it's Leo energy, which talks about the child self. And so I feel like there's something that you've been doing that has been releasing old emotions, and it just keeps on rippling forward. And those ripples are getting big and wide, where you're feeling this change happening, but it's also kind of throwing you off a little bit. You have the 14 solutions, which is again temperate, showing itself about balance and tempering and things going back and forth between each of those cups that they pour back and forth. That's what tempering is. It's this. back and forth, and it's purifying and it's purifying and it's purifying, and it's changing its form as it goes back and forth. And so I feel that's what's going on around here for you, is there is this change, there's this bubbling up of stuff, and I feel like so much of it is repercussions of things that you have been working on that are still rippling and still flowing outward. Some pretty significant things, I feel too. Yeah. They said, yeah, look at the bottom of the deck. It's the full card. So you're ending old cycles and you're beginning new ones. And this does feel like you're maybe a little bit of a fish out of water, because you've evolved from a fish into a fish with little legs that has oxygen and can walk on land now. Like the Little Mermaid. You're going to go have this human experience first. So, all right, but that's what they have for you, Jalen. So hopefully that helps. Many blessings for you. All right, Bhumika, you are up, and then Mira, you'll be up after that, and tell you about your future. Yeah, let's take a look here and see what Spirit would like you to know about your future. Anything else? All right, let's see what we have here. All right, wow. I shuffle these cards, but we got some of the same cards coming out. All this energy. So you do have an ending of an old cycle and a new beginning starting as well. So you do have this new opportunity that's going to be coming up here, and I feel like it's both choice and fate that is unfolding with these changes that are happening. And I don't know why I'm saying that. I don't see any cards that say that. They're just telling me that I have this feeling like there's things that happen, and then you're like, okay, well, you just roll with it. But it causes you to really think about, well, maybe I don't want to do that anymore then. It's not like you're pouting like, well, if I don't get my way, I'm not going to play. It's just like maybe a promotion doesn't work out or something. Someone ends up marrying someone else. It's that kind of thing where, and then you're just like, well, okay, now I want to do all this and I'm going to have this change. Now you do have the Six of Michael here, which is the Six of Swords. It's movement of old thought to new thought, and it is movement. And so there is this change that's happening with how you're perceiving things and looking at things and how you are doing that. Um, and you have the Five of Gabriel, which is the Five of Wands in the Standard Tarot. And it says a challenge you can resolve. Withdraw from the drama of others and have patience with yourself and those around you. So I feel like as you're going through this change, as you're starting this new journey, this new leap, that uh, some people are not happy about it, and that's okay. You can't please all the people all the time, and it's just like you don't. People can invite you to drama, but you don't have to accept it. And I kind of feel like you don't, because you're just like, yeah, normally, maybe in the past you would have. But I think that's one of the things you're changing is like, I'm going to invest my energy in something else that I can control. Because you do have the Two of Swords here, which is about you have a decision point. You're going to be standing at a fork in the road, and you're going to have, am I going to go this way, which is the normal way I'd normally go? Or do I want to take a leap of faith and go off in a different adventure? And this is what Spirit is going, do that. It's worth it. So that's what's coming up here for you. So that's what they would like you to know right now, anyway. So many blessings to you, Bhumika. All right, Mira, you will be up, and then Anju Tiklakar, you will be up after that. So, Mira, have you already met your husband or your destined partner? Sorry. Um, and how will he be? All right. Well, let's take a look here. already met their destined partner. And how will they be? Well, you've got the King of Gabriel, which would be the King of Wands in the Standard Tarot, which is someone who's very fiery. They it's the fire element, right? So it could be fiery sign, but they're an entrepreneur. They're very bold, very able to direct their energy, and they'd be successful because of it, because they don't let anything like stop them. They keep going, 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 no matter what. So that's how they would be. The You got the star card here, which is also the wish, like wish upon a star card. And I feel like this is like means you haven't met them yet. Because I feel like if you had, you wouldn't be really asking right now. You'd be like, is so and so the one? And right now you're like, do I know him? No, not yet. But it's gonna be like they're a dream come true, like they're a fulfilled wish, because this is how it'll be. It's victory, it's victorious, it's bright. It even says, "Life is wonderful." So it would be like bright and sunshiny and all that. And when you have the star and the sun, coming in, which are beautiful, beautiful, bright things that one lights the day and one lights the night. And so it feels like your entire days and nights would be full of brightness and light. And that's how the relationship would be. But you haven't met them yet. So that's either a shoo, because I know these other ones I didn't want to be with. but but that is what they have for you. So many blessings. Right? Anjou Tiklikar, you are up. And then Coco, hello, hello. You will be up after that. So, spirit message for your current living situation. All right, let's go here. I want to go to the Power of Surrender cards for you. So, what do you have for Anjou? All right. Oh, two. All right. So, your first card is Surrender Obsessive Thinking. And it says, if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, a living situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. And then you also got surrender your attachment to results, which says the formula for success is to do all you can to make things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. So I feel like both of these would apply for your situation, um, and those are their messages for you. Very clear and to the point tonight for you, and so that's what they would like you to know. There's freedom on the other side of that, right? Yay! Excuse me. Take a quick drink here. Yum, chamomile tea, so good. All right, Coco, you are up, and then Verinda, you will be up after that. All right. Your neighbor is acting up. Oh, no. I started hearing the Battle of the Banjos playing in my spiritual ear. It's like, uh-oh. And then you're if you guys don't know what the Battle of the Banjos is, search for it on YouTube. There's got to be where they battle back and forth is what it is. Um, so should you be concerned about his issues? Seems like he's trying to start a problem for me. Blames you personally for an issue that started back in 2019 from somewhere else. The HOA. Oh, you know, um, I used to think that HOA stood for homeowners association till I moved into a condo and got to attend meetings, and I'm like, "Oh, it means hurt one another." I went to 1 or 2 and I never went back. I was just like, "This hurts my heart. It hurts my soul to come here." I told them when I was leaving, I go, "It really hurts my soul, I think, died a little bit today with everyone's interactions. I'm not sure I'll be back." All right, let's take a look here. So, um, should you be concerned about the issues? I do wanna use the spirit song because of the banjos. Oh, they are being crazy silly tonight. What is happening to me? No, nothing to worry about. You have the strength card here. Connect to your higher self. Focus on love. Focus on love. Ace of shells, ace of cups. Page of shells, page of cups. Focus on love. Love, love, love from above. That's what we've all got here, for all of this. So, um, they, of course, everything is a mirror, right? So we can ask ourselves, am I acting up? Should I be concerned about my issues? It seems like I'm trying to start a problem for me. I blame me personally for an issue that started back before then from someone else. Um, yeah. And so, will it work out in your favor? The strength card, they're just saying focus on love, love, love. And it goes back to that. I swear, if if every one of your questions ends up being this answer of if you focus your energy on this grows instead of unlove. And it's like focus on love, focus on into your heart and up. And I know it's difficult when there's things are coming this way and we feel we want to feed them because it's like we want to pay attention to the stuff, but it's surrendering. It's like those cards, that we just pulled for Anjou with their situation. It's so fitting too, right? The formula for success is to do all you can to make it this things happen, then let go of the results. Holding on too tightly to a desired outcome can sabotage it. And if you're obsessing about a person or a situation, turn the dilemma over to spirit. Doing so will help bring you clarity or even solve the problem. So I feel like that, was for you, and maybe this one was also for Anjou. So, um, but definitely that is what their message is here, and uh, I feel like they'll keep repeating that for some reason. But that's what they have for you, Coco. So hang in there, inward and upward surrender. Do what you can, inward, upward surrender. So that's what they have for you. Hang in there. All right, Brenda, let's take a look here and see what we have there. And then Life Path Mystic Tarot, you will be up next. All right. So, was the death of your husband, is that karma? Is he your soulmate? Let's take a look here. It's it's not karma. Um, you have the 8 of acorns here, which is the 8 of wands in the standard tarot. And the 8 of wands means a lot of things, but for you, it means communication from spirit. And I'll look at these other 2 here in a sec for you too, but it's like your husband saying, "We knew, we planned this so that when, and you are definitely soulmates." I mean, we a soulmate, the definition varies by whatever spiritual practice you're looking at. Soulmate, with my relationship with spirit is that, I had I have soulmates who are my family. I have soulmates who were, my partners. I have soulmates who are my friends, soulmates who are my bosses, my coworkers. We're all souls and we're all mateys. We're all love each other so much, and we decide before we come down here what roles we want to play and what kind of shenanigans we're going to pull on each other for our lessons and our growth and our experiences, and it's all done out of love on that side. Down here, it might feel like, oh my gosh, whack, but behind the scenes, it's like two people playing a video game. Ha ha ha! Look at that! Look what I do to you! Ha ha! There's no real harm. Um, when we're back on the other side, we realize this was just a video game that we were avatars playing ourselves down here. But I'm like feeling like they're saying that we knew before we came down here that I was going to leave first, and then I was going to be able to communicate with you from the other side, and you were going to develop your abilities, which I feel like your abilities. I feel like like with your birth chart and those types of things, it probably indicates like high intuition, high spiritual connection, maybe like a lot of Pisces or water. And it's like you chose this avatar that has this skill of communicating to the other side, and that he's like, yeah, and then I will go, and then we'll, because of our special bond we have, we'll be able to communicate really clearly, and it's going to change people's lives. And I kind of feel like that's what he's saying, like we're going to have all these connections. He's really excited about it. And then you have the moon card, which is about diving into the unknown, connecting to the higher realms and that beautiful energy, and cycles, and that everything has designs and cycles, and the moon always stays on its. I mean, that's how we can determine so many things. We can say exactly where the moon's going to be at a certain time because it's always done these things. And so I really feel like there is this development of your spiritual gifts, of your ability to connect to the higher realms, that they really want you to look into, because that's kind of like a big piece of it. So I don't feel like it's karma, like, things that you needed to deserve, and that I do feel part of this is that with this five of shells, the five of cups, that you did want to experience what loss might feel like. And I know sounds weird, and depends on where we're at in our spiritual path, because the more you rise higher and higher above the ground and see things from the higher perspective, you see how we want to come here to experience the opposites of who we are on the other side. We're unconditional beings over there. We have unconditional love. It's bright light, and we don't know. We're like, but I want to know what it is. And we knew one of the ways for us to know who I am is to see who I am not. It's like the creator, when it wanted to know itself, a piece of the creator went distanced to look back at itself, which is us. We, this like this big ball of energy of all these particles, which is us. We went and we're looking at the creator going, wow. And like, oh, we want to know what we look like too. So we come down here to be humans, to look back at ourselves. And so, in order to understand unconditional love, we come to this place of conditional love. It's like we're always breathing air around us, but we don't know we're breathing air till you're 6 feet underwater looking up at air going, ah, that is air and this is non-air. I, I understand this and I understand that, and I have appreciation for both. Neither is wrong, neither is right. They're different. Now I understand them, like this tapestry. I always reference it. If it was all white or beige, you wouldn't see any design. If it was all black, you wouldn't see any design. But because of the contrast, we see ourselves more clearly. And that's one of the things you chose to experience when you came down here. And I know it might be, still raw. Um, around the edges with all of that. But when you realize it's like, oh, okay, all right, there's purpose, there's reason. It's not just, "Well, I'm on an out of control drama train that's about to explode," right? I am in this beautiful place on purpose, for a purpose, experiencing everything for a reason. And so that's what they have for you. And I'm sure that was for more than just you. So whoever else was listening to that, if it resonated, that is for you as well. When I go on a blah 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 and I take a long time, it's usually because it's speaking to more than one person. Uh, I have found. So that was for you, Brenda, as well, though. Many blessings. All right. Life Path Mystic, you are up, and thank you, Rishi. Yes, thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up and all the likes on the videos. It does definitely help getting the Zen love out there, and all my other videos get shared with the more likes that are on them. It's part of the YouTube algorithm. But I also hit a 993 subscribers, and so thank you guys all for subscribing and spreading the word. I'm almost up to the 1,000, and once I hit over the 1,000, I will be giving away 10 1-hour free recorded readings. So, woohoo! So close. We're getting excited. I know we'll be hitting it probably in the next couple days, if not this weekend sometime, because I go on like 6 times on the weekend. So I'm bound to hit it. And I'm like, oh, I can't wait. I'm excited. I love giving away things, as you guys probably know. But anyway, sorry. Life Path Mystic, you're up. And then M. Guerra, you'll be up after that. All right. So, messages about finances and career. And thank you for giving unconditional love and light to everyone. All right. So, messages about finances and career, please. For Life Path Mystic. All right. So, what we got here. All right. You do have the Eight of Shells, which would be the Eight of Cups in this deck. And this is about leaving behind the emotions that are no longer serving you and that you're moving to a new level in emotions. Um, yeah, because you also have the Knight of Shells that's here. So you have this movement in your emotional field. You have, it's like I feel like you're really connecting more and more and more and more, higher and higher and higher and higher. And your love is just expanding more and more and more and more, that unconditional love that you're giving out, right? And so I feel like there is this movement, and you're leaving more and more and cutting out more and more things, leaving them behind. And it's just, I was saying that the wind picked up outside my window and rustled all these leaves, and I saw that for you. Like, you're just, there's a storm that you're in, I see with these other cards here, and it's because it's blowing away this old stuff out of it. It's the season of letting things go. It's actually fall, where I'm at in the northern hemisphere. It's things are falling from the trees, things that it doesn't need anymore. It's like it's done its purpose for summer and spring. Now it's letting it all fall down. And the things that fall down will also act as fertilizer for the roots of the trees. It'll and get down into there. But it's the falling away of things is necessary to nourish your life as well. And I really feel like that is what is happening, because you also have the Seven of Crystals, which would be the Seven of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot, and the Seven of Shells, which would be the Seven of Cups in the Standard. So this is like a lot of emotional, because of course you have your Knight of Shells and your Eight of Shells. So it's like these emotions are being cut up like those leaves. They're just like whoosh, all day today. I've had like a little tornado outside my window because of or my windows here. It's like in a little cubby where the wind comes in, just whoosh, and all these leaves. And I feel like that's your emotions. Like things come and they blow and whoosh, It brings them up, and you're like, oh, look at them all. Okay. And you're understanding them, and you're letting them and releasing them and letting them go. And it's allowing you to move forward with this. And of course, the seven of crystals is like, what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree is the fruit, right? And so you're realizing, hmm, I now that that's grown and I've had a harvest of apples, I'm like, okay, I'm going to sell the orchard and I'm going to grow avocado trees now because I want guacamole now instead. And so you have this change that's happening around your career. And it's this the letting go of things is the letting go of old thoughts and old ways. And you thought, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do and should do. And so you did it, but it feels empty. It feels like leaves, like dead, a pile of dead leaves. You're like, okay, but you want something new. You want something different. And you have the four of swords coming in with this peace of mind. And again, the four of swords normally has like three. I mean, obviously, your name is Life Path Mystic Tarot. Do you know about tarot? It usually has, this is for everyone, right? So it has three swords on the wall, and they sleep on the Ace of Swords, which is helps them connect to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love. And the peace of mind comes in because it also cuts away those three of swords, which is the expectations, the heartbreak card, the disappointment card, right? Where it allows to cut away those thoughts and those beliefs that no longer serve. And so I feel like there's this big switch up for you to go to this new path to alter your course. And that's why all these things are happening and why everything's just kind of feeling like it's up in an upheaval, because it is time. It's time for a change of a season, time for a change of a location, time for a change of career, and how you were doing things, where you were doing things, how you were doing things. I think I said how, did I? Well, okay, twice. But that's what they have for you, Life Path Mystic Tarot. So I'm excited to see. Follow that beautiful heart. You will find that new direction, that new way of doing things that brings you the passion from inside, that heightened love. So many blessings. All right, M. Guerra, you are up, um, and then Life Path Mystic, you asked for a general message, allow spirit to guide. I think that's kind of what we did, right? If you have other specific questions, you can pop them down at the end. But I think we kind of put them all happened all together there. Um, so after Mguera, we'll go to Christina Lowe. So, um, so, whoa. It's, if you can, guys, I don't know if that picks up on the microphone. I was like, those leaves were wanting to attack me. So I do need love. Can you tell me when S will step forward? Okay, let's take a look here and see what spirit would like you to know. I'm kind of drawn to the angel guide oracle for you, though. So we're going to take a look there. All right. So what about love? What about love for Guerra? So you've got harmony and resolution. Let's see what comes in here. It says angels of harmony and healing are with you to help you resolve any conflicts that have been disturbing your inner peace. You're being encouraged to call in the light of God and surrender any concerns you have so that the divine can resolve them. Your angel guide is suggesting you release any need to be right or to get your point across, for this will only create more hostility. This is a time to focus on your own inner peace. Dedicate time and energy to doing what you can to make yourself feel comfortable and comforted. Through being more caring toward yourself, you will create um, harmonious energy that will wash out like a wave to all those around you. So trust that this will happen and harmony will be restored. The extended message says that angel guidance is encouraging you to stand down from any conflicts that are going on in your life right now. Take a step back to collect your thoughts and breathe. Angels cannot help you unless you create space for them to intervene, and they are with you now and willing to restore peace. They want you to know that they are aware of your challenges and the concerns you have, but unless you have faith that harmony can be restored, nothing can change. And this can be harmony in your heart. This is a time for you to visualize yourself, the situation, and everyone involved enveloped in a golden light of goodness and grace. It's important to know that angels of peace are encouraging you to let them bring peace to the situation. Trust the process. So, yeah. So I really feel because when I read that you need love, I felt spirit going. They were pointing inward, and I'm like, okay, okay. But can you tell me when S will step forward? And they're like, call on your guides, call on your angels, focus on you comforting yourself and bringing comfort to yourself, and allow things to unfold. Have faith, have trust that divine timing will unfold. And it's time for you to focus on you and bringing you the comforts and doing that because um, we all are human needs love, and we're told we need to find it out there, but that love out there will disappoint because it's not what we're really truly hungering after. What we're hungering for we find inward and upward, which is the unconditional love of back home. And once our we're able to fill that up here, then any of the love that we get on the outside is above and beyond and amazing because we're not hungering for it and feeling that we need it to comfort us or to feel comfortable. We find that comfort and comfortableness within us, ourselves, and then everything else that we get from them is amazing. And we don't you know, freak out if it's late or taking a while. It's like when you go to a restaurant. If you already had a huge meal at home and you already had 3 desserts, it's like Thanksgiving, right? And in the United States, we eat and we eat and we eat, and then it's like, "Hey, let's go out and get something to eat." And you go to a restaurant and you're like, "Oh, I'm so full already." But they have great dessert here, so I'm gonna order, that dessert and that dessert too. Hey, why not? And it's taking forever to get there. You don't care because you are not starving. You are full inside. And I feel like that's what they are wanting you to look at right now. So they are saying, when will they step forward? Trust the process. But in the meantime, all right. So that's what they have for you. All right. Christina Lowe. I am doing very well, Christina. Hope all is well with you too. All right. So Divine Goddess, you will be up next, and then Megs will be after that. All right, and then Christine, I do see that you have a message there, so I will go in order and get to that there here in just a moment. Perfect. So, Divine Goddess, any blessings coming to you soon? I would imagine so, Divine Goddess. Let's take a look here. Let's see what they are. So, we're going to pull from the Path of the Soul Destiny cards for you for your blessing. See what Spirit would like you to know. What blessing, okay, is coming forward. These are the infamous fractal image cards. So this is your spiritual ink blot test, Divine Goddess. So get ready. What you see first is a special message for you. Here we go. And this is for anyone else that sees it too. All right. Beautiful card. I love it. All right. So that's card number 23. And it's called Magical. Embrace the magic within all of your day to day experiences. Think back to the days of childhood when anything could happen. Begin to expect the unexpected. Many small yet wonderful surprises are coming your way. Oh, this is the calling of the universe to return to childlike wonder and believe that anything can happen. Look for the magical in the mundane and watch as life transforms from the ordinary into a mystical adventure of the unexpected. Wow. So, yeah, many, what did it say? Many small yet wonderful surprises are coming your way. So, not just one blessing, but many small blessings are coming your way and returning you to this childlike wonder. I love it. So look for the magic in each moment. So that's what they have for you. Many blessings to you, Divine Goddess. All right, Megs, you are up. And then Miss Phenomenal, you are up after that. So I'm doing very, very well. Obviously, I'm kind of like giddy all of a sudden. Any new job opportunities coming or any growth in the current job? You're doing a side by side business also. Okay, let's take a look here. I do want to go to the Archangel Power Tarot. So let's take a look here. What do you have for Megs? All right. So you have the Nine of Michael, which would be the Nine of Swords in the standard tarot, which does usually it's called the Nightmare or the Insomnia card. A lot of expectations, a lot of supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos, people pulling you all sorts of directions with all sorts of expectations and so many expectations in your mind. It's almost to the point of exhaustion, right? And it says your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. So I like that. There is that because you also have the Two of Ariel, which is the Two of Pentacles, which is about balancing things in your outside world. So knowing that there's this balance that's going to be coming into play is an important thing. Balancing spirit, also spirit and the physical world, allowing both this ebb and flow and recognizing as much as you can that both are coexisting at the same time as your life is unfolding. Um, it's funny. It's important to have balance, working multiple jobs or projects at once, making work fun. So they're showing that you are having multiple jobs at the same time there as well. Um, do I see anything? Yeah, I mean, you got the Six of Gabriel here, which is the Six of Wands. It's a recognition and that you are being seen, and it's victory that's coming in here. And it says, congratulations, you've done a wonderful job. Time to move on to the next project. It could be awards, scholarships, or promotions too. So I feel like growth in a current job, this would mean like, yeah, they've been seeing that you've been doing all of this. And I kind of feel like because when you said the side business, I almost feel like something happens where you don't need to, if that makes sense. It's almost like you don't have to be splitting yourself so much, and there's this balancing coming in because it's so much stress, so many things. It's like, whew, because you have the high priestess, which is about taking a step back, getting away from all the stress, getting away from all those things, really connecting to behind the veil, to up above. Understand what it is you want, and I almost feel like you're. Uh, in my mind, they show me going up to the mountains and getting away from it all, and then you're able to look down and reflect on the city and go, what do I really want? What's really important? Where do I want to invest my energy? Where don't I want to invest my energy anymore? And you're kind of doing the sorting of things because you have the Queen of Michael, which is the Queen of Swords. So she's balancing her heart and her mind, which you know is important when you're doing the little cutting away of things, because if you make decisions strictly from your mind, it's not going to fulfill your heart. And if you make decisions only from your heart, things may not work out too well in the outside world. It's a wonderful balance of bringing things together, of passion with organization and some logic, but trusting your heart and trusting your passion and living your dream too. So I feel like they're really wanting you to do this, stepping away, so that you can really look at things and what you're really wanting. So if you can if you can't take any time off of work, if you um, have no time off, but if you can schedule just even a long weekend, um, you know, uh, use that time to do that reflection, because I really feel that it helps get rid of all those nine swords that are, keeping you up at night and stressing you out, right? So I feel like that's what they have for you right now. Hopefully that brought some clarity, but you will definitely get some clarity if you step off and out of all the chaos, and so you can really see what's important, not necessarily what's urgent. Urgent things are not necessarily important. So what is important to you is the question. So many blessings to you, Megs. All right, Ms. Phenomenal, you are up. And then Christina Lowe, you will be next. So, how does our bear feel since you deactivated your Facebook? Let's take a look. All right. What do we got going on here? We got the Queen of Raphael, which would be the Queen of Cups in the Standard Tarot. And I feel like um, it's a very an emotional card, because not only does she roll over water, but all the queens are given a second helping of water. So she's double water, double emotion. So she really understands the emotion. I feel like when you deactivated the count, it's also about intuition. And I feel like they get it, they understand. And even though they're sitting around in rough waters, they don't get impacted by it. And so maybe do we have yeah, we do have I was gonna go, are they like have air in their chart? And I guess they do. Or they have this air energy, because the Knight of Michael is the Knight of Swords, which is the movement and the pursuit of truth and understanding. So it made him start to think but not feel. Because you also have the Justice card, which, if you see here, it's the balancing of the scales, but they also have, I don't know if they show it in here. They always have the Ace of Swords too, which is what the knight carries with them and quests after. So this is the balancing of truths and understanding, and so um, it didn't. I feel like it didn't cause many like it they understand there's emotional waves and stuff happening, but it's almost like someone standing in a sprinkler and it's all and it's hitting their head. They just close their eyes and they don't react by it. It's they're showing me in my head, but it's because they all are mental. They go into their head and they're just kind of understanding and sorting things out in their mind. And what does this mean? And what happened? And da 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 and da da da. And they're just balancing stuff out. And they you have the Page of Wands, which also is about drive and ambition and passion and energy. So it did spark some fire there, um, and so but it's like they're, I don't want to say they're standing in their power, but I feel it allowed them in some weird way to feel empowered. And I don't mean in the way like, look what I made her deactivate her account. I don't mean that at all. I feel like they feel like, because they didn't let it flood over them like a tsunami, um, that instead they're looking at trying to remain balanced and think through things like they thought they're proud of themselves for doing that, if that makes sense. So I don't know if they were prone before to being over emotional and overreacting, maybe. But I feel like they're instead of doing that, they're like learning through the whatever happened between you guys, to think differently, to act differently, and they're learning from the loss and the situation and the drama is what they're saying through that. So that's what they have for you, Miss Phenomenal. So hopefully that resonates and makes sense to you. But many blessings to you. All right, Christina, you are up, and then hello, hello from England, Garnett McLeary Price. All right. And then Anjali 786, you will be up after that. All right. So mostly you're feeling stuck here at your grandmother's. Things are not what you originally thought they'd be. A lot has changed the past year. I'd like to know if this is where you're supposed to be. All right. Let's take a look here. And I actually want to go over here. I'm being drawn, um, well, okay, to a Power of Surrender card and an Angel Guide card. We're basically asking, is it for your highest experience, right? Is being with your grandmother for your highest experience? So the first card is surrender comparisons with other people. And it says, keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, your attractiveness, and your power. So I feel like with whatever, like, and you're saying that it's not originally what you thought it would be, and da, 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 I feel like it's exactly what it was supposed to be, though. And so, whatever mirrors are coming up, those are to look to yourself. And it's like, don't compare yourself to other people. They're saying, look at yourself and go, okay, what is this showing me about me? And then you have, okay, yay. And then you have opportunity and change. Let's see what this card brings, right? Look at that card. So let's take a look here. Opportunity and change. As one door closes, another one opens. So now I see why they wanted you to make sure you knew that it did happen exactly as it was supposed to be. So you can learn from that and reflect on that before you make this change. But one door closes, another one opens. And this is a time for change. Your angels are drawing close to support you in making the changes that you need the changes you need to make to attract opportunities and abundance. You may have experienced resistance recently or felt stuck. You just said that. Oh my gosh. I'm going to show it to you. It's right over here. It says feeling stuck. I love it. I just love it. Okay. Sorry. Back. You may have experienced resistance recently or felt stuck, but the new beginning you are seeking is unfolding now. If you're hesitating over a decision or wondering what to do about a particular project, your angels are encouraging you to go with the new. Change might bring a sense of vulnerability or present you with the unknown, but it will allow you to make a deeper connection to your feelings and gifts and what's important to you. Your guardian angel is waiting to guide you through the doorway of opportunity that's being offered to you now. I love it. It's crazy. And then the extended message says you are in a time of change and opportunity, whether this involves a new role, a career opportunity, a relationship, a child, or project. Whatever it is, know that it is blessed by God and angels. This is an exciting time. And if you have apprehensions, know that this card is reassuring you that you are being supported by the divine. If you ask angels to lead the way, you will be guided by signs, intuition, and instinct. Move forward fearlessly, as this is a blessed time for you. Well, now I see why they wanted that card. I love it. So enjoy the move, Christina, and trust your guides and your angels to guide you through intuition and through signs and synchronicities. Obviously, uh, they would definitely wanted you to know that you feeling stuck there. It's ready for a change. So I love it. I just love it. You saw it live here. Okay. All right. All right. So Anjali, 786, you are up next. And then, whoops, scrolled too fast there. And then Faujia Asa, you'll be up next. So, Anjali 786, may you know about Tapan, what kind of person he is, his strengths and weaknesses, and how he perceives you. All right, we'll take a look here. Okay, so we're going to go to the Spirit Song Tarot. And thank you guys so much for all the thumbs up that you guys have given to the channel and to this video. It just helps so much to spread the Zen love, and I really, really appreciate it. And thank you for being part of the love tsunami. All right, let's take a look here and see what type of person they are, their strengths and their weaknesses. So I will share these with you, and you can determine whether it's a strength or a weakness, right? Excuse me. But you have the three of crystals, which is the three of pentacles. And so this could be a strength, or you can maybe perceive it as a weakness, but he doesn't listen to other people a whole lot. He tries to stay true to his authentic self, and he sees everyone has an opinion and he'll listen, but he doesn't necessarily take it on if he doesn't like it. So the reason I say is like if you offer your opinion and he's like, thank you, and he doesn't do anything with it, you may not see that as a strength. But in the end, you do, because you like that he stands strong and stands independent and stays true to his authentic path, no matter what the repercussions. If he gets fired from somewhere because he won't, not veer from who he is and who he wants to be and what he feels is truth, you know, it's like there can be repercussions that way when people stand in their authentic self. So you could see that as a strength in some scenarios and a weakness in others, but it is who he is, and he stays true to that authentic self. There's also the Justice card here, which he also really weighs his higher truths, the things that he's learned, against the smaller t truths. I feel like with the Justice card here, he's really balanced himself out in his life. And when I just had talked about his truths, that he, if with his authentic self, if he feels this is his truth, and it's his higher truth, that he will not sway from it. He also cuts away his those old thoughts and old beliefs that no longer serve him, that don't align with these new truths that he finds. So I kind of feel like he's a philosophical. He's someone that really thinks about things, not just goes with the crowd. Obviously, he really stands on his own, and doesn't just take people's like if someone says this is the way it is, and he's like, is it? Why is that? Tell me about it. Okay, tell me about that. Okay. And he goes and researches it and he looks at it. He really doesn't just blindly accept things, and so he finds a lot of his own truths, and then he stands by those. And then you have the King of Shells. Wow. Yeah, so it makes sense. King of Cups. So he is a balanced individual. I mean, it's coming through in here, between heart and mind. He's, even though, I mean, at first you might go, oh my God, is he like open his head and he's one of those? But no, he's also passionate. So he's got that combination of like someone who starts say starts a rebellion, but not a rebellion, but does fights for social change that's better for the social change, and sees things almost like Aquarian energy, where they're like wanting to um, help the world move. Old ways don't work anymore. Let's find new ways. It's the age of Aquarius energy. Let's do things in a different way. All these rules were good for back then, but not now. The world has changed. Society's changed. This is what we need. And I feel like that's the kind of balancing of heart and mind. And he also thinks things through, but it's also going to be romantic, but also in his head, but also in his heart. So I like that. And then how does he perceive you? We'll pull a card for that because we don't want to know everything. Oh, he sees you as an emperor. So he sees you as someone that really, you also stand your ground. You also um, don't like people trying to control your life and telling you who you're supposed to be and should be, need to be, and assigning you to be whatever. You're like, I rule my own world. Thank you very much. And so you stand up for yourself. You're stable too with the four. So that would be attractive to him because he is a balanced person, and he likes that you don't just take people's stuff. You're like, excuse me, what did you just say? You really are kind of fiery with that too, because I believe that's Aries energy. So yeah, this like fire that he likes. So I like that. So that's what I have for you, Anjali. Many blessings. All right, Faujia Asan. Thank you guys so much for your patience as I do move down the list. I tried to go as quick as we can, but Spirit likes to speak whatever it's going to speak, right? So thank you for your patience. All right. So Mary the Aries, you'll be up after that. So Faujia, what's coming towards you in 2023? Let's take a look and see what Spirit wants you to give you a heads up on in 2023 for Faujia. Okay. So you got one card and three little groups. You have the Nine of Crystals, Nine of Pentacles in the Standard Tarot, which is about this feeling of abundance and wholeness and completeness and success coming in for you in 2023. So I really like that. So these three cards, these three sets of two cards, are going to represent a third of the year. So like January through April, May through August and September, yeah, and then August through December. So the first third of the year, wow, you have both the lovers card and the shadow card, which is like the standard good versus evil, scenario. But it really is the shadow talks to you about um, it rattles your cage. It makes you uh, challenge your thoughts and your beliefs that you've had all your life around love. And so during those first 4 months, you really get this. Um, and it's love of self, it's love of others, it's love of whatever, it's love just in general for everything. And you get this challenge that comes in because that's the beginning of this year of just saying, all right, so in order for us to move into these other wonderful two sets, well, I haven't seen what they are yet, but that's what they're saying. um, it requires this. You have to have your cage rattled so that you see that the cage door was not latched, it wasn't even fully closed, and it wasn't locked, that it opens up more when it rattles, and you're like, how long has that door been there? And you're able to step out of it and be free in order for you to move forward into the next 4 months after that, which you have the Knight of Acorns and the Five of Acorns. Like how these came out here. But acorns are the wand suit. And so you have the Knight of Acorns here is all knights have a quest, and this knight quest after his power, like his ability of whatever I focus this wand at is what expands in my life. And I love that you have the 5 of acorns here, the 5 ones, because look at him. Rawr, it gets your night moving. These challenges, I feel like as you're coming in to like May, right? 'Cause that was January, February, March, April, and then you're gonna have May, June, July, August for these cards. But May, as you're coming into it, there because of all this challenging of your mind, your energy is transforming from one that felt like conflict to one that feels like love, and you're understanding, oh, now I know why all that conflict happened. It happened for me to free me. But you can see here it's like he's biting his butt, getting it got you moving, it got your energy moving. And the Knight of Acorns, the Knight of Wands, is about action and drive. So that's when things really start to happen in those 4 months. So the beginning of the year, so you can be free, and then you're free, and you're like, it's almost like you have a little puppy that you kept in a kennel all day, and uh, something's hitting the cage and everything, and the cage door opens up, and the puppy's like, "What?" Psh, wow, and then he's all flying out there and running around and having a blast, and that's kind of what for the next 4 months happen after that. And then from September to the end of the year next year, yep, you have the 6 of acorns, which would be the 6 of wands. It's recognition, it's victory, it's that you're being seen and rewarded. And you have the strength card too. Yeah, so you recognize all of your connection to the higher realms, your connection to your true power, and you've realized throughout the year who you really are, and so you really stand in your power in the last part of the year. So I like that for you, Fausia. So many blessings for you. Just really enjoy that first part of the year, even though it may sound like scary, like, oh no, but it's going to help you in the long run. And so just realize it's happening for you as you're going through it, and that'll help too. All right. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Mary the Aries. So let's take a look here. Hello, hello. And after that, so Neda, you will be up next. All right. So, Mary, hope all is well. So, yep, still doing free readings, loving it. And you'll watch this tomorrow. But could you tell me the future energy between Stephen and you and how your business is going? Oh, very good. Very nice. Well, good. Congratulations, Mary, when you come back to watch this. All right, so let's take a look. So, future energy between Steve and you. Okay. Anything else? Okay, evidently so. All right. And then just how your business is going to go or is going. Okay. All right. So let's take a look here at the energy between Steve and you first. All right. All right. So you got the Emperor card here. So I feel like the future energy feels very, you know, um, because there's two sides of an emperor. There's the loving emperor who is loved because he's loving. And then there's the dictator and the tyrant who, because the little child inside of the emperor feels unsafe or out of control, it turns into that to try to feel safe and it tries to have control over people and things like that. And the reason why I pause there for so much because I saw him going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's like shrinking to a child, like a child king, and then to the emperor, and then to a child king, and then to this adult emperor and this child king. And it was like going back and forth. And so I feel like it was very just, even though 4 is the number of stability, I feel like it felt very controlling to me, if that makes sense. Because you also have the Page of Shells, which is the Page of Cups, which is about heightened love, new love, heightened intuition as well. But it's like I feel like emotion rises. And so I feel like the energy between the two of you really is this because of that instability. It just has these emotions, these energies that kind of just you love it when they're a loving emperor. I mean, who wouldn't, right? And then tyrant, dictator. Oh no, the reign of terror. Oh, the golden ages. Oh, the reign of terror. Oh, the golden ages. And then there's the traveler. Endings of old cycles and new beginnings. And so I feel like this is if things don't change and balance out, that it's just time to move into something else, into something that's more in alignment with you. And I feel like, look at that gazelle. Boom, I'm out of here. And so, yeah. And I kind of feel like that's where it's going. I feel like it would, whatever's going on with Stephen in his life, there's trigger after trigger after trigger that's coming in that's making him feel, going to fight or flight a lot. And so, if you can, if it's important enough to you, you want to try to help um, them understand what their fears are, but their journey is theirs. Well, Cancer sign. I just saw that you said Cancer there too, so that makes sense because they are so in tune with their emotions and the moons with the tides. They go back and they go forth. The tide comes in, the tide goes out. So very much Cancer. So if you're like, well, I'm gonna have to live with that all my life because that's Cancer. That's their journey. They chose it. And so that's what it is. But on another note, your business um, is booming. You've got love, love, love flowing in, success, beautiful emotional choices being made. And you have the King of Shells, the King of Cups, which is balancing of heart and mind. But even though there's emotion and there's things that are flowing around, um, it's like you face the wolves very proudly and very confidently, and you don't get spooked by it. And I really feel that is a success, because it is this beautiful balance of heart and mind, and it is a place of authority and a place of really understanding your emotions and what you want. And so I kind of feel like maybe that's the combination of what's going on here between the two as well, is that you are standing out and uh, your balancing of heart and mind is what is helping out things so much. Yeah, because the King of Shells just came out again. So that's what they have for you, Mary. So welcome when you come back and watch this. Have a great day or night. All right, many blessings. So Nita, you are up next, and then Marta Felix, you'll be up after that. So Netta, how will your ex try to reconcile with you? He's a Libra and you're a Sagittarius. Okay, let's take a look here and see. Will your ex try to reconcile with you? Not how will he? Will he? All right. Sorry, just getting some clarity here. Okay. Okay. So you have coming out here the Page of Feathers and the Page of Shells, which would be the Page of Swords, which means new thoughts, new beliefs, new mindsets, new communications. And the Page of Shells, of course, is like new love and can be inspiration in that. There's also the Three of Crystals. All three of these came out together, which this is about being true to their authentic selves. And I feel like with all three of those together, I feel like they are in this place of um, moving into new territory, new journey, new because they're I almost feel like, when someone goes through like a midlife crisis where they suddenly it's and I think it's the Saturn return, if I remember. It's like it's when we Saturn challenges all everything we thought before, and we're at this place of what do I want to be? Who do I want to be? What do I want to really do? Um, I I don't know if that's really what I want anymore. And so he's leaving all this stuff behind and trying and thinking that he's moving out into this place where they're their authentic selves because they really feel like they're in their power. They're making decisions now, like this Emperor card of what they want to do with their lives and what they want. They're trying to find a different type of stability within them. And the Queen of Crystals, which is the Queen of Pentacles, is about new birth and new things and uh, nurturing of themselves. It's comfort and prosperity, but it's like they're trying to find this comfort. They want to feel comforted. They want to nurture themselves. And so I feel like there's this very could be perceived as a very selfish path that I want to do whatever I want to do for me and forget everything else and everything else that was there. And the Two of Feathers is the Two of Swords. So he's at a crossroads. And then also the Two of Wands, he's trying to determine where he's going to invest his energy. And so there's this uh, not moving backward feel to it. It's all about what is out there that I haven't been able to experience because of all the restrictions I had myself under all my life. So that's what it feels like. And it's just like, which way should I go? And it's not, it's a fork in the road like this forward. It's not a should I go forward or backward? Should I go back to someone or forward somewhere else? It's like, which way should I go at this way? So I don't feel like they are going to try to reconcile. And, um, one of the wonderful things that Spirit's been saying lately is just a reminder for us that when people are people don't leave us, people are moved out of our lives to make room for us to move forward into something that's in more alignment with our path. So people don't leave us, we don't leave people. We're moved out of each other's lives for a reason, and there's something else that's ahead for us. So that's what they have for you, Netta. So many blessings to you. All right. So, Marta, thank you for being a new subscriber. And so you'll be next. And then Jessica Sample, you'll be up after that. All right. So, will you see S this weekend? And will he say yes to me? Oh, okay. Let's take a look here. All right. All right. All right. So you do have the Wheel of Fortune, which is great. This is endings and new beginnings. It's things that are moving in your favor. So I do like that. And you do have the Empress, which is new birth, new beginnings coming in too. So I feel like with this is that you will see them this weekend because it is this, movement in your favor. And there's kind of like this new beginning. And I feel the new beginning is there because you also have this card here, which is the Eight of Shells. It's the Eight of Cups. This is something about leaving behind old emotions that no longer serve you. So I feel like, especially with the 10 being an ending and a new beginning, and you got the Empress, which is a new beginning, it's important for you to have as little emotional baggage, old shells. Don't carry any shells in your pocket. That it's important for you to have a fresh start. Try your best to let go of old expectations and emotions and things that no longer serve you and look at it in fresh eyes without assumptions, expectations, or anything. Just go and enjoy it for what it is without any, I want it to be this. It needs to be this. This is what I want to happen. This needs to happen. Let it just flow and happen. Enjoy the adventure. Enjoy the moment. Because putting pressure on it and doing all of that stuff When we do what we always did, we get what we always got, and you don't want that anymore. So they're saying leave that behind and go about it with just no expectations. Just go on an adventure and enjoy it. So that's what they have for you, Martha. Many blessings. All right, Jessica, you are up, and then Natalia, you are up next. So let's take a look here. Can you? Oh, just for the week. Okay, sure. Not just for the week, but let's see what they have to say. What would they like you to know about this week? All right. Well, I like it. You have the Six of Acorns, which is the Six of Wands, recognition, success, victory. That's a good reading for the week, right? And then you have the High Priestess. The High Priestess is about trusting your gut, trust your intuition. Also, take time to step back, see things from a higher perspective, see things from your intuition, from the unknown. There's something unknown that's important for you to trust your gut and to ask some questions and not to rush. Kind of take a step back, see it from this perspective, and then you're like, all right. Because then you have the Wheel of Fortune too. So you've got two very nice cards. Things change, ending and beginning. This wonderful wheel changes in your favor for things as well. So a very beautiful week. Just make sure to trust your intuition, trust your gut. No rush. Step back as much as you can to see things from different perspectives, higher perspectives, and then to see what unfolds. So I like it. That's what they have for you, Jessica. So many blessings. All right, Natalia, how does Sagittarius feel about you? Let me just scroll up a little bit here. And we got Anu Shuldari. So welcome, new subscriber as well. So thanks for coming. And let's take a look here. So, how does the Sagittarius feel about Natalia? Let's see here. Hmm. Wow. So, this is going to sound cheesy and corny, so be prepared. But so you got the awakening card. And so I was like, wow. And this is usually awakening, a lightning, da 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 da. And it's like what I heard was, wow, um, did you just fall from heaven? Because you look like an angel. So, like, corny, right? Very Sagittarian, though. I know a lot. My dad's a Sagittarian, and a lot of my friends are Sagittarius. So it's a corny thing they would say, but they would say it like, you know, both kidding and laughing, but meaning it too. Like, wow, you're like an angel, but they would make a joke around it because they hide their feelings through jokes. Ooh, busted. So, and then you got the world card. And this was also the cheesy thing because they were like, you are out of this world, which the world card means ending of old cycles and new beginnings. And it's like, you're something that I haven't come across before, is what they mean by it. And so again, they would make a joke about it. You're out of this world. But they do have this feelings for you that they feel like you're different, unique, someone they haven't come across before. Because you have the Ace of Shells, which is the Ace of Cups, which is about new love, higher love. And so they do have these emotions that are stirring in there. And also the Empress, which on here it talks about beauty, about also passion and sensuality. So definitely sees you as divine and really comfortable in your femininity, in your body, and so he likes that too. Or they like that too. I shouldn't say he, just he is in like they. Um, but this wonderful, wonderful. I mean, three major arcana in the Ace of Cups, so they do feel you are from out of this world. You fell from the heavens, and you're beautiful and voluptuous, um, and they like you. They have very strong emotions. So I do like that for you, Natalia. But be wary of those Sagittarians. I'm just kidding. My Sagittarian friends be like, "What?" Psh." Uh, they are fire energy, fire, fire, fire. So that's what they have for you, Natalia. So many blessings. All right. So Anu Sholderi, thank you again for subscribing. Thank you for being here. I do see you have a question. Let me just make sure here. I don't think I answered Vani yet. So Vani, you are up, and then Anu, you are right after that. So Vani, will you and your ex-husband reconcile? Let's take a look. All right. So let's go to the Archangel Power Tarot. All right. Will you reconcile, Bonnie? Okay. Um, so you have the Wheel of Fortune here, which is endings and new beginnings, and this is about things turning in your favor. And but it's in your favor to not reconcile. Because what happens next is you go on this hermit's journey where you are alone just for a little bit, where you go inward. And the lantern here, this is your higher self, your connection from inward and upward through your heart. And you really connect, you really find such brilliant awarenesses and ahas and like it says, epiphanies inside. And you're like, wow, this is what I want with my life. This is what I want to do, because you also have the three of Gabriel, which is the three of wands. It's like you board a ship and you go in a different direction than you were going to go before. And so this, it's like your husband, you guys were moved out of each other's lives on purpose for a reason, a higher reason, for you to look inward and find this and go out, and then you go in this direction and you just find this new passion for life, this new thing that is means so much more to you. Because you also have the Knight of Michael, which is movement of thought and belief, and in search of capital T truths, because all these knights are always on a quest, and this one quests after the Ace of Swords. And the Ace of Swords is allowing you to connect to these truths that are rooted in unconditional love from above, which you find while you're in your hermit's journey, but also allows you to cut away old expectations and old beliefs. I call them small t truths that are rooted in the fear of losing a conditional of all these opinions that we're given all our lives on who you were supposed to be and who you should be and need to be and have to be. But you're like, wow, I want to do this with my life, even though it goes against. You're like, I don't care. I'm going to be a pioneer, and I'm going to go do this. And so it all happens on purpose for a purpose. So yeah, it's like the reconciliation doesn't happen. That's okay, because the wheels are turning in your favor, and it was designed for this for you. And so, you know, don't look back. Their spirit is saying, look forward, because the wheel is turning forward, and there's so much to look forward to. So I like it for you. So many blessings there for you, Bonnie. Right, Anu, you are up. And then Farheen, you will be up next, and another new subscriber. Thank you guys so much for all the new subscriptions. It just helps so much spread the love, and so very appreciative. Right, Anu, is Manish jealous seeing your WhatsApp status? Uh-oh. Let's take a look here. Hmm, anything else? Wow. So the only card that came out is the Hanged Man card, which is about seeing things from a different perspective. So when you're asking, are they jealous seeing your WhatsApp status? Um, One, I feel like they're saying they're seeing things differently. And I don't feel like they're jealous because the higher perspective that you get from hanging from a tree upside down is they see things from a higher place. And so they're not down in the lower vibrational energies where jealousy is. They're like looking at things from a higher place. And I also feel like this is about also an encouragement from Spirit for you to see things. It says there's a better way, pause for reflection and insight, and dare to be different. And so I feel like with that, it's like um, pause and reflect, and at why you're wanting to know about the jealousy. What are your intentions with your WhatsApp status? Look at things from this higher perspective with it all too. But I don't feel like they're jealous. I feel like they are looking at things from a different place, and so that they don't feel that. Um, but I feel like it is a time they're like saying you hang yourself from a foot from upside down, like Odin did, to reflect on the um, the situation, on your emotions, on uh, your actions. It's like look at things. There's a different way. Look at different ways, and so that's what they have for you, Anu. So many blessings to you. All right, Farheen Siddiqui. Thank you again for your new subscription. And after you, let's see, Bonnie. So Bonnie, we'll talk about that in just a sec here too, and then we'll go on to Manzu. So current feelings of your husband for you and your daughter. You're in separation. Okay, let's take a look here. Okay. I love this. This is so beautiful. Four of Raphael is the Four of Cups. And so this is about love. And I feel like specifically, because this is a little girl, I mean, it's so beautiful. This is, him watching over his daughter. He loves his daughter. So he does have emotion for her. Um, and then you have two sixes here. And the six of Michael is the six of swords. It's thoughts and beliefs and mindsets, and it's this movement. There's this changing of mind. There's this changing of direction in their lives, right? And the six of Raphael is also the six of cups. And this is about nostalgia. This is about memories. And so um, he does, that's like you two, right? And so he does have emotion over for his daughter. He does have emotion for you, but he's in this mindset change. And let me see, they want me to pull the card from the bottom, which is the Queen of Pentacles. So there's this new birth, this new nurturing. He's just really focusing in on himself now. Um, and I feel like, again, I don't know what's going on with some different individuals in their lives. It's just like the energy, but it feels like midlife crisis energy again. Let me see if they'll give me anything else on that. But um, he does want to, care for you guys, but at the same time, okay. Yeah, he's a Three of Pentacles, which is all about he's trying to be his authentic self, and he just felt trapped, and so he's focusing in on himself. So it's that same energy coming in there, but it doesn't mean that he doesn't love you and doesn't love his daughter. It's just when when the little child inside of us feels unsafe and out of control, it becomes selfish. It becomes a little 2-year-old that just wants what it wants now and it needs it. And I need to feel safe and secure. And it doesn't make decisions caring about other people or from a place of intelligence and maturity and emotional maturity. It's reactive, like a cat that got scared is going to and fight or run away, and that's what happens. And so, with separation, it means that they got scared. Something's triggered inside of them, and they're all reflecting. And there's nothing that you can do except love. Just send love to them and focus on love for yourself and your daughter. There's really nothing that you can do with them in their situation. Trying to convince them of anything, we can't change each other's minds. When someone tries to change your mind, um, but how we change the world is we change hearts, and we change hearts by loving them unconditionally. That's all you can do at this time is just focus in on that. So just know you are loved. But many blessings to you, Farheen. So hang in there. All right, Vani. So, what has the 1111 portal have there for you? They're guiding me to. I did actually have a whole um, uh, playlist. I can do two things at the same time sometimes. I was trying to pull up the list, but I do. I have a playlist for the 1111 portal of justice readings, and it's by individual zodiac sign. And I see a few people that have asked about that, so I'm going to pop it down here in the chat. And so if you want to check out your 1111 portal, you can jump into that playlist after this, and then you can see what Spirit has in store for you there. So I love it. So you can check into that. All right, I'll ask my spot now. So take me just a sec. There it is. Okay. So that's what they would like you to check out. All right. So Manzu Busal. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. And so you'll be next. And then Quinn, hello. You'll be after that. All right. So, Manzu, your future spouse characteristics for you. When will you get married? And new subscriber too. Thank you so much. Really appreciate all the new subscribers. Let's take a look here and see what your future spouse characteristics are. And we'll see if they'll tell you when. I always ask, but they like they like to tickle the funny bone and go, in divine timing. We don't have watches up here, but so we'll take a look here though. So you do have the page of Ariel, which is the page of Pentacles. And I feel like with this energy, it says an excellent opportunity will be offered to you: scholarships, pursuit of education, time to get work. It's reliable, clever, educated, and balanced. And it's funny because you also got the Two of Ariel, which is all about balance. So they're a very balanced individual. So, which means, between heart and mind and just balanced in life. They don't go to like huge extremes. Um, so steady and dependable, like it said, all those beautiful words there, reliable, clever. So I really like that. So those are good qualities to have. And then there's also the chariot, which is like they have to balance out the two horses to make progress, because if both horses are going different directions, you don't go anywhere. So he's very much in control and understands what he needs to do to make things happen, to get things going in those directions, because he has determination and self control. And I really felt too with the page of Ariel that he's made advancements as well, because there's career advancement in this card, and acknowledgement of success by others. So that does show that he has been uh, having what's the word I'm looking for? Recognized recognition, that people have recognized his worth and his abilities, and he's gotten the recognition and gotten the acknowledgement from others, and has the advancement up. So it probably, management of some kind, or they're like a, uh, at least an expert in their field type of thing, where they've moved up. They're not just entry level in whatever their career and stuff is. They've made movement up in it, for sure. So I like all of that. Now, they also have the Six of Raphael, which is cool because this also is nostalgic, and they remember their childhood. They remember where they came from. So they're not egotistical with all their success and all their stuff, too. They remember, because I feel like maybe they came from like a not as successful background, and then they got to be moved up. They've really moved out of, like, maybe they were just really in a bad situation when they were younger, and they've made their way up. And so they remember where they were, what they came from, and they have a lot of grace, a lot of compassion for people. Um, yeah, they embrace their inner child. So I kind of feel like they're playful in the same way too. Um, and so I like that. And there is something about this could be someone from your past coming up too. So if that is someone that sounds familiar, it could be them if you already know them. So sometimes that's what that means, is it could be someone from your past, someone you already know. So that's what they have for you, Manzu. So many blessings, and thanks again for subscribing. All right. All right, Quinn, you are up. And then let's see, Brenda, you're very welcome. And Aaron Steele, you will be up after this. Okay, so will Joshua reach out to Quinn? Let's see here. Soon. I know, I saw the soon. Let's take a look. Not ever, just soon. When? Okay, let's take a look here. I do want that one. All right, let's take a quick drink here. So you've got the Seven of Raphael, which is the Seven of Cups. Normally, it's like emotional confusion. But when I have the Star card too, which is about a wish fulfillment card, like wishing upon a star, right? And it says, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation. The Seven of Cups, I feel like, is a multiple wishes too. It's like, oh my gosh. And so I feel like this is a wish come true for you, right? And you do have the Four of Michael, which does represent peace of mind. And so it's like this is making you not have peace of mind, them not communicating with you, right? But Michael swords are also communication, which is stable communication. So I feel like it is going to be coming here, and it's going to be steady communication eventually. And then the three of Gabriel, which is the three of wands. Wands is about movement and fire, but it's a change of direction. And I don't feel like it's a like a 180 or thing. I feel like it's just the communication comes in a different way than you have expected. It's like it's just a alteration of how. So, and what I mean by that, I think it's like when they reach out to you, you want it to be by phone or by text or whatever, whatever way it is that you're wanting them to reach out to you, you get it like a different way. It would be like you want them to stop by and you get a letter in the mail. You're like, huh? And so it's kind of like, oh, okay, well, I'll go with it. Communication's communication because then whatever it becomes steady. And so whatever way that they reach out, allow it and go with it, is what I feel. And I feel like with that three of wands, that fire, I feel like it's going to be within 3 days, 3 weeks. Definitely not 3 months. It's like either going to be 3 days or 3 weeks, depending on what the situation is. But I feel like it's fast. It's fast in comparison to 3 months or 3 years. So that's what they have for you, Quinn. So many blessings. All right. So, Aaron, you will be up next. And then Artie, is that how you say that? Sorry if I've mispronounced that. You will be up after that. And thank you for the new subscribing as well. So, Aaron, does Spirit have any messages about your finances? I do want to go to these angel guide oracle. Let's see what they have to say here for you. All right. So, what would you like Aaron to know about her finances? There was a lot of cards. There it is. Wow, look at that. Raise your vibration. Raise your hands in the air and raise your vibration. All right. And it says it's time to move up a level. I like it. It's time to fly high. You may have experienced some setbacks or felt low recently, but that's behind you now. And you have the opportunity to light up like never before. Everything in the entire universe is comprised of energy, and that energy vibrates, drawing toward it similar energy. So, raising your vibration means aligning yourself with situations, people, places, and choices that you know will lift you up, support you, and help you grow. When this card appears, you have overcome the darkness and you're moving into a time of opportunity. So, like a phoenix rising from the ashes, you can be reborn. Know that angels are acknowledging your commitment to growth. You're filled with inspiration now and attracting only good. Sounds great for finances. And it says there's a sense of achievement around you at this time. You may be receiving documentation, certification, or a reward of some description to acknowledge your growth or experience. This is a time to cherish, a time to enjoy the rewards of your commitment to living with integrity and doing good. You have overcome many challenges and risen from adversity, judgment, and possibly even abuse. You are ascending spiritually and personally at this time, and the universe is supporting you. This is the pathway of light, the pathway of your soul's evolution, ascension. So I really feel like paying attention to your vibration, what you're focusing on, is not focusing on like lack in your life or what you don't want in your life, but focus on what you're grateful for, what is in there, what experiences that you're thankful for. Grateful for the finances you have and that are coming, and then that expands them. So I really feel focusing on your vibration, knowing that you've gone through the brat and you're ready to move into the results of all the hard work you've done on yourself and on your life. So I like where this is going for you. And so many blessings. All right, RT, thank you again for subscribing. And we will go you next. And then thank you, Sakshi. Sorry if I murder your guys' names. But thank you for liking and subscribing. And I think I saw you. Yeah, you have a question further down below. So we will get to that. And love and light to you, Deb. So then, Paul Black, you, Pali back. You will be next, and then Sakshi. Okay, very good. All right, let's get going here. So, RT, will DeWalker contact you today? You got in a fight yesterday. Uh-oh. Let's take a look. Will they contact you? Oh, 3 cards. Boom, boom, boom. I see. I see. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you guys did have a fight. There's the 5 of acorns, the 5 of wands. So, cat fight, right? um, so, um, so that's the energy. And then what's great about the 5 of wands is it transforms from fear energy and conflict to love. So it'll return back. It'll just takes a little bit of time. There's you have the 4 of feathers, which is the 4 of swords, which swords is communication, it's stable communication. Um and but you also have the 7. I want to make sure I had the right card. You have the 7 of feathers here, which the 7 of feathers is, I feel like, uh, what spirit wants you to do is look at your thoughts and your mindsets and your beliefs. What of your, um, belief systems inside you were part of the conflict, right? What of your thoughts and beliefs were stealing this relationship, this contact? Because whatever was going on here, when someone invited you to a fight, we don't have to accept, but when we go into fight or flight, we either run or we fight. And evidently, instead of running, you guys fought. And so you realize on both sides there's fears because it took both of you being in fear to battle. You are not responsible for their fears. You only are responsible for yours. They're saying, take a look at your fears. When you do that, then there will be contact. There'll be stable contact because there'll be peace of mind and you'll be able to come together. So I feel like it's you looking at why did I blow up? Why did I fight back? Why did I rah, rah, rah? What was I fearing? And when you look at that and you understand that, then when they reach out, you can come from this place of, I'm sorry, this is what was going on with me. And you can be honest with each other, right? Or you can at least say that. And then they're like, oh my God, I didn't even think about that. I was doing it because of this. And it helps communication going forward. And that peace of mind, I almost feel like, though, too, that you may not need them to contact you, but you might want to contact them. I feel like that 4 it goes both ways, 2 and 2, right? And so, but they want you to look at the reason why you fought first. What were you fearing? What caused you to get into the fight or the fight, not flight mode? So that's what they have for you, Artie. So many blessings for you. All right. Well, thank you, Quinn. Appreciate that. All right. And Aditi, you probably saw that I popped the playlist for the 1111 portal. I have a playlist by each zodiac sign. And so check out your rising sign, your sun sign, your moon sign, whatever sign you're drawn to. Um, if you have different ones in your chart that you check out, or if you're looking for love blessings, look at your Venus sign and those types of things. And if you don't know your different planets, if you guys check out something like is it astro.com, there's a lot of sites that have free birth charts. Just be careful. But, look at something that's really popular and used quite a bit. Like I use astro.com. It's a pretty nice site. I'm not affiliated with them at all. They're just really nice people to offers a lot of different charts for free. So you can always check it out there too. All right. Continuing moving on here. All right. Oh, so, Palais Black, um, sorry if I'm mispronouncing that. So thank you for liking and subscribing and like a general reading. Absolutely. And Sakshi, you'll be up next. So I do, where do I want to go? I do want to go to the Angel Guide Oracle for you. And let's see what they have for you. All right. Mm, look at that beautiful card. Inner Child Healing. Beautiful. And let's see what they have here. It says the inner child is the part of our psyche that represents our childhood. Everyone, no matter who they are, has had traumatic childhood experiences that may be impacting their life today. And you have endured so much in your life. You are a real survivor. And not only that, you're a thriver. Drawing this card indicates that no matter what has happened, you have found a way forward. You may feel that you have had to grow up quickly and abandon your innocence in order to survive. But know that when you reflect, review, and release anything from your childhood that could be holding you back, the next phase of your life will be supported. This isn't about forgetting, but about taking the time to send loving energy to your inner child and to assure them that they do make it through and become the incredible person you are today. Wow. This card brings radical healing, understanding, and love to your inner child. It shows that your guardian angel is wrapping their loving arms around you right now, nurturing your inner child, and encouraging you to unleash your childlike senses. See the world through the eyes of a child. There's so much wonder and opportunity out there. It's time for some fun. What can you do to feel light? What can you do to express yourself? Have you stopped yourself from doing something because you feel you're too old for it now? It's time to reclaim your innocence and express yourself in a way that is filled with excitement, wonder, and adventure. It's time for your inner child to be healed. Wow. I love that for you. Yeah, if you want to go swing on those swings, go swing on those swings. Enjoy. Let that inner child out. So I like that. Many blessings to you, uh, and sending you much love. Many blessings. All right, Sakshi, thank you so much for your patience as I'm working my way down the list here. Devanshi Mishra, you'll be up next. And you want to know their current feelings towards you and next actions. Okay, yeah, let me take a look here. All right. So I do want to go to the Spirit Song Tarot. Let's take a look here. Excuse me, current feelings towards you and next actions. Okay. What else? Oops, sorry. Well, I'm bumping into things. All right, simmer down, simmer down. Okay. So, as far as next actions, the hanged man here, you can see on the bottom, it says patience. I know it's one of the, whenever we get a patience card, we're like, oh. But, it's divine timing, right? And so there is, they're saying, be patient, things will unfold. You don't want to take bread out of the oven too early and bite into it and be like, oh, yeah, you know. So we want it to bake. We want it to be perfect. We want us to be ready for it too. We want it to be a vibrational match, right? Because you do have the seven of crystals, which is the seven of pentacles, which is also about what's the last thing that grows on a fruit tree. It takes time for things to grow and da da da. Patience. No, not again. So it is about, things are growing, things take time, things are moving, even though, when you watch something grow, you don't see it. But if you look away and come back and like, oh, look, it grew. There's a new blossom. Whereas if you're watching it the whole time, you don't see it growing, right? So they're saying just go with the flow, understand things are unfolding, it's taking time, that type of thing. Their current feelings towards you, though, I mean, the magician card is here, which is about divine masculine energy. It's movement. It's that they want to take action. They do want to, focus their energy. And you have the shaman card here, which does represent like commitments and contracts and things like that. So, but it can be a commitment. And so there is this desire and energy that they want to put in there. It's just taking them time to do it. Um, what, oh, I was going to say, what's the delay? What's keeping them here? Knight of Shells. Okay, so you have the Knight of Cups. So they're in pursuit of love, and there's movement. Again, there's movement that's happening, but something is keeping them from moving fast, which isn't necessarily a bad thing, right? I know when I was when I had this codependency in my life where I needed to be needed, I absolutely wanted to move fast. And, who cares all the red flags? Let me just get into the relationship. I'll deal with them when I get there. But then I got there, and then all the 30 red flags came hitting me all at once instead of, you know, when you have one red flag, not really red flag, but it's like a um, conflict of expectations or a conflict of different viewpoints. If you deal with them all at once, it's becomes arguments. But if you deal with one at a time, slowly through time, then it's a smooth process. That's what courting is about, right? Yeah, you have the two of crystals too, which is the two of pentacles. Balance. So more balancing. So that's what's taking them time is they're balancing their life. They must have a lot going on in all different areas of their life. And so it's just taking them time to have action. So go with the flow, trust the process. Know they do have the desire and the passion there with the magician there. It's just going to take some time to get there. So that's what they have. So many blessings for you, Sakshi. Thank you again. All right, Devansha Mishra, you are up next. All right. Let me just take a look here. All right, and then Shika, you will be up next. So, Devansha, how will your career growth in PhD be this year? Let's take a look here. All right, I like it. I like it. So there is you have the temperance card, which is I know patience and balance card. No, not another one, but be patient, be balanced. Temperance, temperance also it normally shows the cups, and that's called tempering, where there things go back and forth. It takes time for things to change with that because it requires a certain amount of going back and forth and developing things to get there. So the growth is happening just it takes time for it to do it, and so it's a little bit by bit that it gets there. So, trust that, and you also have the 7 of feathers, which is the 7 of swords, and this is saying that, while the process is happening, what you can do to help speed up the process, because the cheetah, speed, right, is to focus on and understand what your thoughts and beliefs and mindsets are cheating you out of growth, of movement. What doubts do you have about yourself? What self doubts? Um, what doubts. I keep on hearing, what doubts do you have about yourself and where did they come from? Understand them. What fears do you have? And as you look at those, you realize how some of them are silly. When we keep them in our mind and in the dark, it seems so scary. But when we bring that to light, we're like, oh, so it's like if you've ever talked to your friends about a true fear. I have trusted friends that, I would be like, one of my fears was that I was going to lose my job and that I'd get thrown out of everywhere and I was going to die in the wilderness and get eaten by wolves. And they're like, what? And I'd be like, I know. As soon as it came out of my mouth, I was like, it sounds like a story I read somewhere. They go, you really think that none of your friends would let you sleep on their couch or, that the government or, something that you couldn't be able to find something somewhere? And I go, yeah, it does sound stupid now that I say it out loud. And I'm glad I did. Thank you for, allowing me to see that. And now I'm free from that, whatever it may be. So I feel like looking at that because you also do have the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Wands, which is about speed and having things happen, action and drive. So I really feel like once you question those fears around your doubts about yourself and about your ability, that things just pick up and move very, very fast. But things are happening and going, but I feel like they're going slow for you to look and to challenge you to look at your fears and your thoughts around it. And as you do and release them, it's almost like oh yeah, they're showing me like Pirates of the Caribbean, like a movie like that, where they're on a ship and someone's gaining, and so they're throwing things overboard that are weighing them down so they can go faster. And that's what those thoughts and those beliefs and those doubts are doing, are weighing you down so you can't move as fast as you thought you would before. So that's what they have for you. So many blessings for you, Devancha. All right. Let's look down here. So, Shika, you are up next. Hey, Shopaholic. All right. Hey, Sudeshna, go. You will be after Shika then. So, Shika, you want to know the current feelings of Jay towards you. All right, let's take a look here. Anything else? All right. Well, very nice. So, current feelings, you have let's see if you can see that there. There you go, a little bit. Ace of Feathers, which is the Ace of Swords, which, here it says mental clarity and foundation, but I feel like communication and understanding and new thought and, um, new thinking about you. And, but it's great because you have the Sun card, which is like one of the most, it's joy and vibrancy, it's success, it's victory, it's bright. They do have these joyful feelings towards you, and it is, I feel like there'll be new communication coming around that to you as well. But there's also a dual message here that gives you a little insight into him too, because these new thoughts, it's like he's looking for this higher awareness where he's cutting away some old thoughts and some old beliefs that no longer serve him, and he's having them go away, because this also represents like Leo energy, which is the inner child. And so he is dealing with some old thoughts and some old beliefs that are freeing him, and things are falling away with that. So I really like that, because it is very full of joy and brightness. But he's having some new thoughts about communication as well as looking into himself. So I like that about someone, because that shows that they are open minded and that they're reflecting on themselves and growing and not just stuck in their way and it will be my way. So I like that. So that's what they have for you right now, Shika. So many blessings to you. All right, Sudeshna, you are up next. Welcome, Jessica. Welcome, Natalia. Welcome, Farheen. And Suparna Das, you will be up after that. We're getting toward the end here. I've almost been on 3 hours, but, I am trying to get through everyone. So let's take a look here. So, will, uh will you clear yesterday's interview of Cognizant? Okay, let's take a look here. Tell us about this interview. Okay. All right. I like what I see here. I really feel like you will because you've got two aces here. You have the ace of feathers, which is the ace of swords. So this is about new communication, new creativity, and new ideas as well. And you have the ace of wands, which is the ace of acorns, which is about new drive, new inspiration. So I feel like there's this opportunity that comes in. But you know what? Because I feel like that you cleared that yesterday's interview, but if you've applied somewhere else too, I feel like, with the 2 of feathers, the 2 of swords, that you have this options coming in, because it's usually direction. There's usually, in the standard tarot, it'll show someone with a blindfold with 2 swords, and it means you're at a divide where you have a choice to make between 2 different things. And I feel like that, that you get, this interview, but then there's somewhere else that you wanted too, and they call you up, and either they offer you an interview as well, and you're like, "Oh, should I do both? Which one should I go for?" And then so you're like, "Go interview both," and then you get to decide which one that you get to choose, because you have the Queen of Wands here too. The Queen of Crystals, or I'm sorry, the Queen of, Acorns is the Queen of Wands, and she, holds such power. She's fiery, she has direction. She also has intuition, so trust your gut. That's the other thing with the 2 of feathers is the blindfold is don't go off of just your mind in making your decision. Trust your heart as well. Trust your gut. Don't do something just because, like, well, this is what I should do. It's the supposed to. What do you want to do? Or just think about that. You're going to have to wake up every morning and do that for years. Is it going to be something you wake up and enjoy and it's a little less money? Or is it something that you wake up and going, oh, again, all right, let's go. The money's good. It's like make the decision from your heart more so than your head, but also include your head, but let your heart have a good part of the say so as well. So I like it for you. So that's what they have for you, Sudeshna. Many blessings. All right. So Suparna Das and Harsh. And welcome, Harsh. Thank you for being a new subscriber as well. And Suparna, um, you want to know your blah blah blah, future spouse characteristics, and when you get married. Okay, so let's look at their characteristics first here that Spirit wants you to know about. Any others? Okay, and okay, they said just go with these, and I might have your answer about when here as well. But let's take a look here. Nope. So we will look here, and so they do have. So the Queen of Acorns here is this energy, like we just talked about with the last reading. They're very like they walk into a room and they brighten up the room. They're very motivated. They can get things done. They can super direct their energy and have it, make things happen. They also have a good gut instinct. So sometimes people just don't understand why they make the decisions they do and why everything always turns out so good for them, because it just drives them crazy that they're like, well, we can do this or this, let's do this, and they're like, why? Just trust me. And then it turns out so much better, and they research it and they go, wow, it is so much better. How did you know? I just know. That's the kind of, you know uh creativity and drive and everything that they have. They have the Empress here too, which the Empress energy does represent this new birth and also nurturing themselves. So they do take care of themselves, which is great. And it's also about abundance and things like that. So I really like that for him because he understands it's important to take care of yourself, and then everyone else gets the overflow out of that. So I like it. He's also strong. He is courageous. So I just need to take a drink here. Got a little tickle. Okay. So he's got a lot of inner strength. And I love the elephant here too, because, I have a Ganesh and uh, remover of obstacles, right? Very strong, able to move things and able to help people in a lot of ways too. So I like who they are. Very helpful, very confident, very capable. And then there's the Ace of Crystals, which is the Ace of Pentacles. And I feel like it's like when will you get married? I feel like there's an opportunity coming soon for you to meet them. Sorry, just drink a bunch of water and I'm all burping. Sorry. Okay. So I do feel like there's this opportunity that you're going to be meeting them in the near future. But will you give me any idea of when? Well, now they have the shaman, so there's commitment. Let me see. But when? But when? Seven of shells, emotions. So they're basically saying with that seven of shells, which is emotional, not confusion for you, but it's choices, that it's important for you while you're waiting to work on your heart, work on you, because all these emotions that there are bubbling around inside all of us, when we're in our waiting period, waiting for love to come across our path, we move inward to work on our self love. And when we do that, then that opens up our love, which allows us, if we have little self love when we meet the love of our life, this is as much love as we'll be able to give them. And that's how much love we'll be able to receive from them. No matter how much we flood each other, it goes through that little pipeline. So the bigger you can make that pipeline of your self-love, the more love you can give and receive in the physical world too. But so they have you work on that while you're waiting. So that's what they have for you, Suparna. So they won't tell you when yet. They're very fun about that with divine timing. Just trust the process. If you while you're waiting though, work on you, because the more you work on your inner, the faster the outside world will move toward that as well. But things move slow to give us time to work on this. And if we work harder, not harder, but if we work more and expand and focus on it, then things move faster in the outside world. So that's what you have. Many blessings. All right, Harsh, thank you so much again for being a new subscriber. And hey, Destino, you will be up next. All right. So, Harsh, you would like a general reading. And I do. Actually, I want to go to the Power of Surrender card for you. All right. So for Harsh, what would you like them to know right now? All right. There it is. Let's see. Surrender to trust. Beautiful card there. Maybe. There it goes. And it says, trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. I like it. Trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust your gut, and trust that intuition, especially, right? We have a lot of opinions of opinions of opinions that were given from everyone. And, what do you do? We don't need to, um, you know, invest so much in all of that. We can listen, but it doesn't mean you have to take them all on. Trust you and trust what you want to do. It's like the Three of Pentacles card that's about be the authentic you and not worry about people's, support you'll lose or people that'll blah, blah, blah. It's your life to live. So trust your choices and where you want to go. All right. So that's what they have for you, Harsh. Many blessings. All right, Destino, you would like a general reading as well. And then Pooja, you will be up next. And I do want to go to the Path of the Soul for your general reading, Destino, because they are destiny cards. All right, so let's take a look here. All right, nope. What did you look for, Destino? Okay, there we go. And these are fractal imaging. So when I show it to you, whatever you see in it, I call it spiritual ink blot test. So whatever you see is a special message for you or for whoever looks at it in the room here. But I'll read from the book. So here you go. Right, and it is card number 21. And it is all about connections. So you are opening to the vast knowledge and information obtained through previous lives to help you on your path in this life. The knowledge coming to you now will help you in understanding who you are, who you have been, and who you are becoming. Seeing your connections to those people who are in your life today is helping you to understand the important roles we play in each other's lives. This is a time of fulfilling soul agreements and releasing old karma. So, you are doing a lot of reflection right now about how you feel, what things come up. And it may not be like whoa, I have a vision. I was, Cleopatra on the Nile. It's not going to be like that. It's just going to be this knowing, and you're going to feel like you have this knowledge somewhere from back here. And you're going to understand more connections about like between you and other people as well. So I really like that because it's really you're moving up from to this higher perspective and looking over your life and in your interactions and connections with people. So I like that for you, Destino. Many blessings. All right. So, Pooja, you are up next. And hello, Doc. We've got Dr. S and Dr. V. Welcome. The doctors are in the house. Yeah, now we can say there are any doctors in the house. Yeah, we got two. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. So Pooja, you are up. And then Alexis, you will be up next. So will Sahil Chaudhry ask you to be his girlfriend ever in the future? Let's take a look here. Let's go to, actually, I do want to go to the Archangel Power Tarot. So let's take a look. Ever, ever, ever. Well, we got one card coming out. Anything else? Last time through. It's like there's cards trying to come out, but they're like not. Okay, so here's two. They must be getting tired. I know I've been on here for 3 hours, so I'm going to try to finish everyone that I can here. But I know my voice is starting to crackle. Well, so you have the Nine of Ariel here, which is the Nine of Pentacles. And it is about abundance, but it's about the nines are about like the hermit's journey, and it's you finding it within you. And so they're kind of going, will he ever ask me about my girlfriend? And it's like, you're going to find this wholeness and this completeness within you. And you're like, that wasn't my question. So I was like, I need more. I need more. You have the Knight of Pentacles, which is about the search of your worth. The knight's all quest, and this knight is like questing for their worth in relation to the outside world, and it's slow movement. And it's like, okay, you're still not telling me that. Let's see, what does it say in here? There's so much to accomplish. Trustworthy, understanding, devoted, funny. It's like they're showing you that you're going to find this within yourself and that there's this journey and it's worth the effort and you're going to be headed off on this journey. And it's like, yeah, but is Sahil going to be my, ask me to be his girlfriend in the future? And then they're like, Three of Michael, Three of Swords, which is about disappointment and heartbreak. And so, Pooja, what they're saying is that, and they showed that other stuff first, which I'm glad they did, because that is you finding this wholeness in you, and you're on this journey to find that you're going to come across someone who is trustworthy, understanding, devoted, and funny. And that's who is there. It's like the knight in shining armor comes. You're working, and here they come. And so it's like, if this is like disappointment that Sahil won't, but you have something so much more in store for you in the future. So just remember, one, that you get to ride free for a little bit and understand yourself and ride a unicorn, feel the rainbow, feel this wholeness and this completeness in your world, while at the same time knowing that this scene is going to play out sometime in your future with all these wonderful characteristics that the person will have. So it's like, just know that it always happens for us. It's like, there's a country song in the United States, an old one, about thanking God for unanswered prayers because they wanted someone so bad, and then they didn't get with them. And then later they saw them with their spouse and they were like, oh my God, because they were arguing and rah, 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 and all this stuff. And you're just like, thank God for unanswered prayers. And so just know that we're guided in different places for our life, on purpose, for a purpose. So that's what they have for you, Pooja. So many blessings. Hang in there. All right. Alexis, you are up next. And then I think, Mazu, I think we already did you earlier. I think. Yes. Yeah, we did yours already. So you just need to rewind a little bit. Um, and it was a little earlier ago. So if you look up in the chat, you'll see that you were a little while ago. Maybe scroll back about an hour. But we did already do that one for you. So you are already completed. Hey, Tinu. All right. And Sun and Moon. So glad that you got to stop by and see. Yeah, you can ask a general question I see down there. So thank you for liking and subscribing. All right. So let me keep going here. So, Alexis, can you get a description of your next romantic partner? Ho, ho, ho. Let's take a look. Okay, any description. What's the description? Okay. Okay, let's see what we have here. All right. So you do have, he is the six of Gabriel, I'm sorry, Raphael, which is the Six of Cups, which is that they are a child at heart. They're not childish, so they're playful. I kind of feel like, Sagittarian, Leo, Aries type of energy, where they're very excited and they're very energetic and really funny and down to earth and enjoy life. Very joyful. So I like that. And then you have the Seven of Gabriel, which is the Seven of Wands. And this shows that they are in a place of power in a way. They're set up higher, from people like in their field or their work or things like that. But they don't feel like they have to defend themselves. They actually, are the type of person that helps people. Like when people, like they get promoted to their supervisor and like, why did you get the supervisor? Blah, 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 blah. Instead of them getting defensive, they realize they're not being attacked because you know they're uh it's not personal, it's that they feel lower than them, and so they're like they try to help lift them up. Say, "Hey, I know where you're coming from, and let's see what we need to do. Let's, put together a plan on how you can get, promoted and da da da." And they're like, "What?" And so he does that instead. And so someone that's really, understands their place of power and not to abuse it, but to help people and not to get offended by it. They're also, the page of Gabriel, which is the page of wands, and it says at the top, energetic, brave, optimistic, and playful, just like I was talking about with that Six of Cups. So that is confirmation of that. They follow their passions, they're ready for any challenge, and opportunities open up from all the time because of their energy, their positive attitude. So I really like that. And then they are very much in command. They have the emperor here. And so I feel like they are in a position of power, like we also said. They're stable and efficient. They take charge in situations. They have ambitious plans, but they get stuff done too. So I really like that. This is currently Alexis is reading Tinu. So that is some of those characteristics of your next romantic partner, and I like it. I kind of think that's going to be an enjoyable time for you. So many blessings for you, Alexis. You are welcome, Tinu. And then let's see, we just finished up. Oh, so Manzu, we already did yours earlier, so you can rewind for that. And then, okay, Sun and Moon. All right, so Tinu, actually now we are to you. So perfect. So you are next, and then all right. Well, thank you, Aaron. Oh, I did reach 1,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for all being here when I hit the 1,000. So I will be checking on all that, and there'll be a video coming up. If I did hit the 1,000, I'm sure that Aaron would not be teasing me. So yeah, I'm very excited. Wow. Wow. Thank you guys so much. Um, so we'll definitely be following up on that. Wow. Thank you. Kind of threw me for a moment. Um, so Sun and Moon, you will be up next then. Wow. Thank you, Aaron, for telling me that. So, Tinu, how does Pulkit Joshi think and feel for you, and what are his intentions? All right, let's take a look here. Actually, I want to switch these. Let me take a quick sip here. When you've been talking for 3 hours, your throat gets a little dry, huh? Let's take a look. Okay. So what do they think and feel for you, and what are their intentions? What's intentions? Okay. Okay. Well, it's interesting. So what do they think and feel for you? They have the Tower, and then the Traveler, which is the Fool card, the new beginning. And so the Tower represents that something's moved out of our life to make room for something new to come in their life. And that is you. They feel like someone was removed out of their life, and they're glad they did, because they really do like you. And they're like, wow, this is my next adventure. This has potential here, because that's what the Traveler card says, adventure and potential. Sorry, drinking water. And their intentions towards you, I like it. Two of shells is the two of cups, which is lovebirds. So I think there's some romance involved, intentions there. And then there's the page of feathers, which is the page of swords, which is new communication, higher communication coming in. So I feel like their intentions are to communicate their feelings for you. Um, so it's just a matter of timing. But I like that for you. So definitely, let me see any things about when. I know. Why do I ask? When they're always like patience, patience. Um, Six of feathers. Well, that's good. So Six of swords is about movement in communication. So it's going to be coming soon. sooner than later. So I do like that for you, Tinu. So he does feel like you are someone with potential, and that they really feel like this that they had someone removed out of their life. So there's something didn't work out. And now they see you and they're like, wow, I'm glad that happened. That happened for me. Thank you, gods. And so that's what I feel they feel for you. So that's their message for you right now, Tinu. So many blessings. All right. So, sun and moon, you are up. And then June 333 will get you in. And Carolina, we should be able to get you in too. And then I think that will be it. Absolutely. Yeah, time to celebrate. Woo woo. All right. So, sun and moon. Jenna reading about your Pisces. You hit a rough patch, but you care for another. Okay, let's take a look here. See what Spirit wants you to know about your Pisces. Okay, let me just post real quick here. Hey, Avani, you might have missed it earlier. What Spirit wants you to do, I have these 1111 portal of justice readings. So if you want to check that playlist and look into whatever sign you want to look into, if you're uh, moon sign for your emotions, or Venus for love, or your sun sign for your wishes of and desires of life, or uh, whatever one, or whatever you are drawn to in there. That's where Spirit has your 1111 portal. So I'm excited to see what you find there. All right. Okay, I'm focusing back on you here, sun and moon. Okay, there we go. So wondering why aren't cards coming up? And like, well, because you're not focusing on the question. All right, let's see here. Okay. So yeah, I do see here you're on the hermit journey here. And so um, rough patches, where we think, you know, things happen, but everything happens on purpose for a purpose. We're not on these out of control drama trains that are going to leap off the tracks and explode, right? Where actually we have these beautiful uh, fated lives, but we get to choose what we want to feel in each moment, and what story we want to put around them. And the Hermit card shows you that you're at this point of um, that your higher self did want you to move inward and connect upward, because the Hermit usually has like a lantern that has a star in it, and it guides you, it shows you on your path. And so this is time dedicated for your inner search. So you also have the Knight of Shells, which is the Knight of Cups. And all knights have a quest, and this knight has a quest for the Ace of Cups, the Chalice. And that is, the full of the unconditional love from above. And so it's like the hermit is the inner journey, and the knight is the search for the love that you find inward and upward. Hermit, inward and upward. Knight of Shells, inward and upward. And you have the Five of Crystals, which is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is this change of your worth and how you see it in the outside world. And I feel like this is what happened and because of this rough patch, is to turn you inward, both of you inward, for your journey, because the Five of Pentacles does change you, because it's the number of change, from looking that the outside world is what brings you your sustenance, to that it's the upper world that brings you your sustenance, because it has endless resources. It just people, the outside world is the delivery company that brings it to us, but it comes from up above, and it's not fickle like the outside world. And so that's what kind of teaches us with rough patches and things that happen in the outside world, how unstable it is, right? Because relationships, people change or they even pass away. Situations never stay the same, like job and education, and are things like bodies and bank accounts and possessions. Those things burn down and explode and are stolen, deteriorate. So we realize those things out there are unstable and they can't bring us what we need. And so when we depend on those for our worth or depend on those for our sustenance, we feel unstable. And so everything, and when our little inner child feels unstable or out of control, it freaks out, right? And it does things to want we go out of our minds literally to go into fight or flight mode. And so we are just reacting like a cat that just got scared, or, and take off. And so this whole journey is for you to understand your worth and have it based on something that is stable, it's eternal, and it's unconditional. No conditions, can't lose it. Eternal lasts forever. So that sounds very stable. When your foundation becomes that, then everything on the outside is extra, and there's not this um, living in disappointment. Because when we have zero expectations and we meet someone, we think they're wonderful and beautiful and woohoo, right? And and it's great until we start hanging around with them, right? And here's our expectations, and we date exclusively, we get engaged, we get married. Oh, why did they come such a bad person? They didn't. They stayed the same. It's our expectations of each other that change. So we can live without as many low expectations, zero expectations, and just celebrate who someone is, or we have these huge expectations and we live and we see what lack of someone is. And so we find that for ourselves and we find that for others, and then we have freedom. And so this happened on purpose for a purpose for you to turn inward. And I can guarantee you, them being a Pisces, they are reflecting inward. I know. I have like 5 planets or astrological beings in Pisces myself. My mom's a Pisces, and so we're always thinking about, oh yeah, what's all this mean? And then Gemini, you too, you're always thinking, Pisces goes more inward, upward, and of course, Manzuya, no offense, hey, um, but we've got that, I'm Aquarius sun too, so I understand going in the head too. But there's this beautiful inward and upward journey that you're on to free you, and then we'll see what happens with that. But right now, because of this patch, this rough patch, it's like for you to look inward and upward in that. So that is what they have for you right now, Sun and Moon. So hopefully that resonated and helped. Many blessings for you. All right. So let me look here. So June 333, you were up next. And you wanted a general read on your 12-year-old son. Oh no. Oh, okay. Let's take a look here and see what spirit like you to know around him. I know 12 years old is hard enough. I mean, oh my God. He's just starting to get all his hormones and everything kicking in too. So it's like, oh my gosh. Let's see what we got here. Okay, I like it. So you have the shadow here, which represents the pressure that he's under right now and what he's going through, and then it's part of his journey to be challenged because it also brings. It's like Austin. If you've ever watched like Austin Powers, our shadow is this. Um, there you go, perfect. So you got this. Dr. Evil is like our shadow, and Austin Powers is the international man of mystery, the spy, and he always gets captured trying to stop Dr. Evil from doing whatever, and Dr. Evil always spills the plan, and Austin Powers escapes and foils the plan. And the shadow tells us on purpose, though, it's shaking up our lives and bringing things to our face to show us what our thoughts and our beliefs and our expectations and the fears we have that are keeping us feeling constricted and tight, and it frees us. And so that is this time of his life, one of the first, or not the first really, probably, but it is a time that It is going to happen. But you have the star card here, which is the card of hope. It is the card of shining bright, the star bright in the night. And the star card is like the Aquarian energy of hope and wish fulfillment. And so um, I really feel like the energy, and I don't know if you're an Aquarius, or I don't know why I'm thinking that, but there's like this you can be this bright star in the dark night that he's in by simply loving him unconditionally, and so with all this pressure that they're putting, and I'm sure you already have told him all this, is to say that focus on all the specific things that you love about them and that they are so good at, and write it down, put it on the refrigerator, put it somewhere, even if you have to put it in multiple places, like on his bathroom mirror, on the refrigerator, things that he's going to see all the time, all the things that you think are awesome about him, and be specific. When people go, "You're awesome," you're like, "Oh, yeah, I can say that." But when you say, "What I love about you is you never give up on your friends," or, "What I love about you is your creativity and how you do this," be specific that too. Not just, "I like creativity." That's kind of too general. The more specific you can get, the more impactful it'll make in his life. And so that's what they have for you, June. And he's going to be okay. Um, it's just a lot of pressure, teenager, teenagers anyway. If you remember, you're like, oh my God. So just love, 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 unconditional love, 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 love. That's all you can do. But show love in all the different ways, and maybe even um, find out what his love language is, right? What are the five love languages? Does he like to be told that he's loved? Does he like to have touch, like a hug, comfort? Does he like service, like doing things for him? Like, I did your laundry, I did this chore for you, whatever, or gifts, or what's the other one? Being told, oh, time, or having time. So those are the five. And if you find out what his love languages are, usually he's going to have top one or two. Show him that way. But I feel like really writing it all down and putting all the things you specifically appreciate him, have different lists throughout the house that he gets to read. Yeah, very good. Very good. So, but very, I feel like you're this bright star in his dark night. I feel like that star is you, but you do bring hope, and there is hope for him. So I love it. So many blessings to you, June. All right, Carolina, welcome, welcome. Will you meet someone soon for a stable relationship? All right, let's take a look here. What would Spirit like you to know? Okay. Uh, I think so. You've got the Ace of Acorns, which is the Ace of Wands, which is passion, new fire, new energy, new coming in, as well as Ace of Feathers, which is Ace of Swords, new communication coming in. So, especially with all that fire, I think that it'll be coming soon. So, I really like that. Yeah. And you have the Eight of Shells, which is the Eight of Cups. And this is an important piece for this, is for you to be leaving behind emotions that no longer serve you. So while you're in the waiting period here for the communication to come, it's important for you to look at those emotions and kind of clear those out, so you don't take them into the next place, into the next relationship. Because so that's why there's this pause that's happening, because it is for you to raise your vibration, to be a vibrational match for who is coming your way. So I like that. And yeah, my birthday is 212, so you're really close to mine. Not 1990, obviously. You can tell by the little gray hairs here. You hang in there. Enjoy. All right. Let me just keep going down here. All right. And Manzu, I did do your reading earlier. You had requested it earlier, so if you want to rewind, you can find your reading there. Because I'm at 3.5 hours, and I'm not gonna make it much longer. So I'd rather not repeat a reading if I've already done it. So if you don't mind, if you can go back and find it, then and if you look through the chat, you can kind of see where you're at with who I was and kind of back up and find it fairly easily. But I appreciate that. So thank you for being a new subscriber as well. All right. Okay, so so Sun and Moon, will you reconcile and come out of the rough patch? Okay. So you have the Hanged Man, which is all about patience, and you're in the cocoon, and so there's time that's going on for you to be able to do that. But you do have the Empress, which is new beginnings and abundance, and also the Six of Shells, which is sentiment and joy, which is it's nostalgia, but it is someone from your past coming back. So I feel like after you guys do this, the little uh, caterpillar, caterpillars going into your cocoons to become caterpillar juice to come out as butterflies, that you guys meet as butterflies rather than, you know, caterpillars, because the caterpillars, that caterpillar time is done, but you as butterflies will be a match. But if one of you is a caterpillar and the other one's a butterfly, it won't work. So it requires both of you. As long as you both are doing the butterfly caterpillar to butterfly transformation, you will get back together. It's just a matter of timing, and how much time is going to depend upon how much each of you do that inner work. So I like it. All right. Thank you, Strawberry Rose. All right. And Strawberry Rose, I actually have an 1111 portal readings. And so, what I would have you do is, if you haven't checked that out yet, that's where you can check for your reading for the 1111 portal. Because I am at 3.5 hours, and I promised myself I would balance and stay at 2 hours, and I've been pushing myself to 2.5, and now here I'm at 3.5. So I'm going to do one last reading for Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon, and then I am out. So if you want to check that out, I'm sure that you'll have that there. So appreciate that, Strawberry Rose. All right. So Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. Will Robbie ask you out on a date? So let's take a look here. This will be the final reading for this evening. And guys, thank you so much again. I evidently have hit 1,000 subscribers. And thank you so much for all of you. You've been a part of that. And all this thumbs up also help out so much. It does help the YouTube algorithm send more videos out and spreads the Zen love. And so you're part of sending the tidal wave of love out into the world. So thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. Be sure to check out all of my playlists. I have tons of weekly energy updates and monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, pick a card readings. So check those out if you'd like, and spread the word. If you get value from these, and you know someone that needs a little bit of brightness in their life, invite them or give them the link so they can go check out some readings if they don't want to come to a live. But such a wonderful group of people, and all your energy and all your love, it just makes all the difference. So thank you so much. Oh, thank you, Gemini. Thank you. Thank you for subscribing. Absolutely. All right, so let me finish your reading here. So Gemini, Sun, Aquarius, Moon. All right. Okay. I am liking it. Whoop. Okay, evidently that wasn't one because it went flying back in. Okay, there it is. Oh, wow. So you've got the Knight of Acorns, which is the Knight of Wands, which is fast, fast movement. Definitely. So this is going to be coming fast. You've got the Sun card, which is all joy and vibrancy and victory and everything coming in. And then you have the Two of Shells, which is the Two of Cups. Little little doves, little lovebirds, which is the new love. So I would say Gemini Sun Aquarius Moon that they will. So I love it for you. So woohoo! And with it being the Knight of Wands, I feel like it's going to be very soon. It's like fast, 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 fast. So I know, right? Woot woot. So many, many blessings to you. Hey, Kashik, welcome. So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate all of the love, all the likes, all the subscribes. It's really, really appreciate that. Um, and Akashic, yeah, I'll do Akashic. You'll be my last because I know you were here the other night, and I know you've been trying and Uh, I know it can be difficult because the list gets long and it gets long fast. So I will look into that because I know my mom has health troubles here and there too, and I know the concern. So I'll do that. But for everyone else, thank you so much for being here. And I will see you guys soon. Of course, I'm here every night at 7 p.m. Mountain Time, and then also at 11 a.m. Mountain Time on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday mornings. So love you guys so much. And the rest of you have a great evening. Manzu, I gave you a reading earlier. And so you had requested all that reading earlier. So you can rewind and go check that out if you could, please. Because, like I said, I've been here almost 4 hours. And Akashik, I'm going to give him his reading real quick here. And then I need to go because my voice is, my throat's getting scratchy already. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Manzu. So Akashik, let's take a look here what they want you to know about your mother's health here. Okay. So I like this because you have the Four of Gabriel, and the which is the Four of Wands, which is, you can see here, celebration, joy. So I really like that for you. Um, so that's positive there, and it's the Two of Cups came up here, which is about heart, right? And and I do like that. So I don't know if her health has to do with heart, but I feel like because you also have the Four of Cups, which is about a stable emotions, which I like, which, kind of has this stability that comes around things too. And then the Three of Pentacles, which is about authenticity and being authentic selves, which I'm like, what's that got to do with it? But I feel like it's your mom's gonna be your mom too. And she's like, she doesn't when she doesn't want to take other people's opinions, let her choose her authentic path. Let her, you know, doctors and everyone else can say what's best, whatever, but don't make decisions for her. Let her do that if she's in that capacity to do so. So that's what I would say with that there. But I love that Four of Wands there because that is celebration and joy. So I feel like that will means things will stabilize for there. So that's what they have for you, Akashic. So many blessings, and we send your mom great love for fast recovery and healing and stabilized health, and so that she can have joy and express that. I feel like she's a feisty little fiery individual with all of those. So I like it. All right. And yeah, Manzu, yeah, it was probably about an hour ago or so. I mean, it's been almost 4 hours. So as many readings as I've done in these 4 hours, it's really hard to say. But if you should be able to see the chat, I think, in the replay, which will be up in a little bit, and you can like scroll back and see like where like who I'm on, because I usually say who I'm on and who I'm gonna do next. So you can kind of see where it's at in that. So and Carolina, I also answered your question probably about 30 minutes or so ago. So if you want to rewind, you can pick that up there. So thank you guys so much again. Blessings and love to all of you. And please know that as you go throughout each and every second of every day of your life, that you are unconditionally loved by the mother and father of all things. And of course, I love you too. So until we meet again, you guys hang in there. You take care of yourselves. You have a great rest of your night and have an amazing day if that's where you're at in the world. So many blessings and you take care. Manzu, um, I have some other things I need to do here still. It's almost 11 o'clock here at night and I have some stuff I have to get done before midnight because I have a new pick a card that's coming out tomorrow. So if I can, I'll try to search for it myself, but um, you might have to go back a couple hours and just kind of let it play and see if there's something else in there for you. But I really am at 4 hours, and so I really have to go. So I appreciate you guys. I know I wish I could give you the readings to go find them for you, but I'm exhausted. So I'm sure you understand. Thank you. So you guys take care, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.